The Lincoln Memorial University men's volleyball team returns to the Mary U. Mars Gymnasium here tonight to take on Conference Carolina's opponent, Limestone College, in what would be our final broadcast of Rail Splitter Volleyball this season. I believe their final home match of the season. And we welcome you to the Mary U. Mars Gymnasium here on the campus of Lincoln Memorial University. A very cool, or cold, I'll just go ahead and say cold, evening, a Friday evening here in the tri-state area. Cold rain falling. One of the last few days of winter officially, as spring is coming around the corner. And for this LMU volleyball team, they are trying to get back in the midst of possibly moving up the ladder, more closer to a little closer to a 500 schedule. Rail Splitters now 8-15 overall. Unfortunately, they have lost 3 straight, and they will face off against a Saints volleyball team tonight that stands with a record of 8-6 and in the middle of the pack of the Conference Carolinas. Mike, you may be more familiar, I don't know, with the Conference Carolinas volleyball in terms of men's play. But when I was talking to Coach Danis earlier, he said this is a very respectable team and one that is in the middle of the Conference Carolinas. So he feels as though there may be an opportunity here tonight against an opponent that is more in line of what we've got.
Yeah, I looked at some of the schedules today, and when you look at Limestone, they've gone 5 with North Greenville, which we did, I believe. They've gone 5 with Lees McRae, which we did. So there are some similarities there with opponents, as well as now, if you look at the statistics, quite comparable as well.
Well, for Coach Danis and the Rail Splitters, it's been way back on March 7th since they last tasted victory. They defeated Bryan College in a 3-1 match. That one going down 25-21 in favor of Bryan, 25-17, 25-11, and 25-20 in favor of Lincoln Memorial. Now tonight, Mike, obviously we've already alluded to the fact this is our final broadcast of the year of Rail Splitter Volleyball, and all in all, it's been a decent season. There are some games that we have had that have just been what we call the stream, and then some have been televised here locally through the LMU Sports Network on local cable and through the World Wide Web. But we've got some stuff to build on a year from now, and I think just as Coach Danis is trying to do with his team, so we can do as well with the LMU Sports Network broadcast of LMU volleyball a year from now.
Yeah, we've had a good season and learned a lot, and you know there's so many differences between the men's game and the women's game, and people coming out and enjoying it. I think it's been a very productive year, and looking forward as we move forward.
We have several matches remaining. What do you think would be the realistic goal for Coach Danis and this team to finish this season on a strong note? I mean, where would you expect to see maybe the record over the next several matches?
Well, I don't even know if you look at the record at this point. I think the biggest thing you want to look at from a coaching perspective is continue to play hard. Have you gotten better every day? And do we have stuff to build on in the future? And I think if you play every point strong and continue to play that way, you throw the record book out, because you know these young men have done a great job competing this year. At times, you know, fighting through injuries and various things, and you just hope that they continue to go on that roll, and hopefully that's the way they finish the year.
I think definitely from the first match I saw them play, they have improved. And the positive of this is they're going to get nearly their entire lineup back a year from now with some new additions. And I know that he is recruiting heavily. In fact, there may or may not be recruits here tonight, but it is a never-ending process for coaches. And certainly when you're building a program, it is an even more vital part of the program's success down the road. I think we're getting ready to go to the national anthem, so we're going to break away. When we come back, we'll talk about the starting lineup here on the LMU Sports Network.
Serving businesses and residents of the region for more than 125 years, and stands as the 5th oldest bank in the Commonwealth today. With additional locations now throughout the region, today Powell Valley National Bank offers the convenience of state-of-the-art banking, whether it be home, personal, business, convenience, or loans, while still assisting its customers one person at a time. Find us online at powvalleybank.com. Powell Valley National Bank, stability and banking you can count on.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Whether institutional case good or architectural woodwork, Nolan Products Incorporated of Knoxville has been serving East Tennessee, Southwest Virginia, and Southeast Kentucky since 1958. From concept to finish, Nolan Products custom builds to the highest quality standards to meet your facility specifications while using only the finest materials available. Nolan Products has been serving and meeting the needs and requirements of general contractors and architects in East Tennessee and surrounding area for more than 55 years. Nolan Products Incorporated, 912 4th Side Street Northeast, Knoxville. Since 1959, Giles Industries has built more than 86,000 quality homes through craftsmanship of team members from the tri-state area. Our clients are extremely important to us, and we're looking for team-oriented family members which allow us to continue that level of excellence known to come with the Giles brand. Our team members receive above-average pay, great health, dental, and vision coverage, a 401k retirement package, and up to 2 weeks paid vacation following the first year of employment. Contact us about joining our Giles Industries family. Giles Industries, quality homes built by family for family. At Emory Exterminating Company, we have more than
Welcome back. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for tonight. First of all, for the Saints of Limestone, a record of 8-6 on the year. At the outside hitter right side position, it's going to be a 6'3 senior out of Balneario Camboriú, Santa Catarina, Brazil. That is Bruno Kratzmar. At the outside hitter right side position as well, 6'2 and a junior out of York, Pennsylvania, Anthony Savage. Playing the center position, it is Luca Vanek, a 6'3 senior out of Germany. At the middle blocker position, Dylan Lavner, 6'4 and a senior out of Oswego, New York. At the middle blocker position, 6'2 and a sophomore out of France, it is Julien Letard. The outside hitter is a 6'3 sophomore out of Menifee, California, Cameron Jorgensen. The libero and setter will be Nick Wilds, a 6'3 senior out of Waukesha, Wisconsin. And the head coach of the Saints is Brandon Squares. For the Rail Splitters, the starting lineup looks like this. At the middle hitter position, 6'7 and a freshman out of Sao Paulo, Brazil, Pedro Carvalho. At outside hitter, 6'3 and a sophomore from Las Vegas, Nevada, Nijay Washington. At libero and setter, 6'1 and a freshman out of Tempe, Arizona, Ryan Eiskander. At opposite side and setter, a 6'4 freshman out of Metairie, Louisiana, it's Evan Corey. At middle hitter, 6'8 and a graduate student out of Newport Beach, California, Marcus Molina. Nico Traiana starts at outside hitter, a 6'3 freshman out of Miami, Florida. The libero is that Jorge Calazo, a 6-foot freshman out of San Juan, Puerto Rico. Head coach of the Rail Splitters, Dan Danis. Mike, as you see the statistics for both teams, what do you feel the keys will be for the Rail Splitters here tonight?
Well, I think as any time that you run into the men's volleyball game, it's all about serve pass. There's so many, everybody goes back, gunning serves. I think the team that's able to commit the fewest errors there obviously is going to give their team the best opportunities.
I noticed that you captured my roster there with all the pronunciations. I was looking at it, I said, I know I wrote down Squares there. It's spelled S-K-W-E-R-E-S, and I went over for pronunciations, and they told me it was pronounced Squares, so as in Squares.
One thing that you look at when you see the teams tonight is how many seniors Limestone has. I believe they have 6, if I'm not mistaken.
A very veteran-oriented roster, and I'm sure that Coach Squares is going to utilize that tonight in efforts of getting a much-needed win, a much-needed road win, as he has found that, like Coach Danis, you have to travel far and beyond to get matches in, and as we all already know, there's not really any Division II, Division III, Division I. It's all jumbled up into one big pile.
Right, there's a lot, there's some good men's competition. It's just not, unfortunately, it's not close other than King, who's had an exceptional year within, being within 2 hours. After that, you're getting outside the realm a little bit.
We welcome our viewers tonight on the LMU Sports Network. That's Vive Cable throughout the Claiborne County area of Tennessee, through Sunset Cable throughout Southwest Virginia, Upper East Tennessee, and beyond, and then, of course, through the World Wide Web at LMURailsplitters.com. We appreciate your support of Lincoln Memorial University Athletics, and in particular tonight, Lincoln Memorial University Volleyball. Rusty Peace, Mike Smith here with you for tonight's matchup between the Rail Splitters and Saints, and we are just about set to get underway here in Harrogate, Tennessee. Lincoln Memorial wearing the dark navy uniforms with a little white and gray thrown in there, and of course Limestone will don the royal blue tops with white shorts. Their libero wearing a white top with blue shorts. And it is going to be a battle here tonight.
I think one unique thing I've seen this year, just the different uniforms that all the different teams wear. The combinations, sleeveless to sleeves.
Funny that you bring that up because LMU's men's basketball team played Limestone in the NCAA regional tournament, and Limestone's basketball team has shorts that look like swim trunks. So it's very odd. They had multiple colored shorts that literally had not vertical but horizontal lines going around like swim trunks.
Like I said, we've seen some unique unique equipment this year. Yeah, attire. There we go.
The shoes kind of clash with the LMU uniforms, I'll say that. We're underway here in Harrogate. And the attack right away looks like it was deflected out by Lincoln Memorial, and the Saints will start off with a 1-0 advantage. Side out staying, or actually going to Limestone for the first time. Back to serve, it'll be Vanek. Vanek on the jump serve, down the middle, and is short. Set to the near side, the attack by Washington. That one also off the LMU block and out of play, and it's 2-0 Saints.
Limestone able to get exactly what they wanted here. 2 transition kills early in the match.
Your floor director for tonight, Lana Prudovis. Your director is Joe Lewis. Several others which we'll get to a little bit later on. Your executive producers of the broadcast, Adam Haley and Matt Green. This is a production of LMU Community TV and the LMU Sports Network. Any rebroadcast, reuse, or duplication of tonight's match without the express written consent of Lincoln Memorial University, LMU Community TV, and the LMU Sports Network is prohibited. LMU called with a double there, and side out will stay with the Saints. 3-0 Limestone College to open this match. I think they're out of Gaffney, South Carolina, if I'm not mistaken, Mike. That's about 5 or 6 hours down the road.
Yeah, it's not too far of a drive, and good track to get here.
3-0, Limestone with side out, the serve to the far side, set to the nears, Washington into the block. That ball knocked out of play on the recovery there as it was last touched by Jorge Colazo. And it is a 4 straight point run for the Saints to open this set.
Yeah, not the way that Coach Danis wanted to get the evening started.
Serve down the line this time. Set middle by Eiskander, and finally right in the wheelhouse of Pedro Carvalho.
Yeah, Carvalho really got high for that one.
Side out back with the rail splitters for the first time since the opening of the set. 4-1 Saints. And the serve down line and out of play, so it'll go right back to Limestone as they take a 5-1 advantage here in the opening set of this contest tonight. As we mentioned a minute ago, the Rail Splitters have lost 3 straight, Charleston twice, and Quincy most recently. Serve to the back row, fielded by Colazo. Set for Corey, that's deflected out of play, and Lincoln Memorial will get it back on the attack and kill by Evan Corey.
Yeah, Corey took a little off that swing and able to use the outside of the block.
Jump serve by Washington down line. Set far side on the attack this time. I believe that was Jorgensen. Now he'll tip it across. Eiskander sets to the near side of the floor. Joust at the net. Eiskander going up with the big dogs. Nice block by Eiskander and LMU's Pedro Carvalho.
Yeah, that was a nice pike right there just to complete the block.
5-3 side out back with Lincoln Memorial. It's Washington to serve. Nijay as they call him. Poor reception that time by the Saints, but they keep it alive. Eiskander sets middle. And the question is, was that tipped or not? And I don't believe it was.
No touch.
So it'll go back to the Saints. 6-3 your score. Limestone has led it since the opening serve. Short serve again. Set to the middle. Corey off the back row attack, and LMU will get it back.
Evan does a really nice job of reaching high on all of his attacks, allowing to use the top of the block.
Marcus Molina in for Lincoln Memorial. 6-4 Saints, and out of the jump serve is Carvalho. Set to the middle. Nice swing by Limestone's Julian Letard, and he'll get his team side out. Very sparse crowd here tonight. Many of the LMU athletic teams in action today or on the road, and some preparing to go on the road. But being a Friday and springtime, it's I think next week is spring break. If I'm not, is it?
Starts on Monday.
Starts Monday.
So you had kids leaving the dorm today.
They've scattered to the four winds. We don't have a lot of people here on campus. It is a very skeleton crew, to say the least. Side out back with the rail splitters. Ice Kander on serve. And there again for the block assist, Lincoln Memorial's Marcus Molina and Nico Triana. Big presence at the net here early by the rail splitters. 7-6, LMU pulls it within one. Ice Kander with a serve, and that'll go off the back line. Side out back with the Saints.
A lot of the game just happens with so many unforced errors.
Lincoln Memorial with scheduled, good night. That one was launched way off the back line. With scheduled events tomorrow, but rainy weather tonight throughout the tri-state area may postpone that. I know that lacrosse was kind of moving some stuff around. The LMU men's basketball team scheduled to depart for Sioux Falls, South Dakota on Sunday for the 2017 NCAA Elite Eight. And so with all that being said and spring break to boot, I mean, it's a ghost town here on campus, to say the least.
Yeah, sparse was a good way of looking at it a minute ago.
Side out with the Saints. Serve down the middle. Ice Kander will set backside, and Corey finds it right in his wheelhouse.
Yeah, that was a great combo play. It all starts with that good pass.
You know, Ice Kander is so misleading. He is playing out of position. We've already found that out earlier in the year, but he's very athletic. You just don't look at him and expect him to do some of the things that he does, like that.
Yeah, he comes up with some big plays.
Corey hits it across, set to the middle now for the Saints, and a double called on Limestone, and that's going to tie the set for the first time since it was 0-0 as the rail splitters Marcus Molina goes back for side out.
Both teams now hitting 200 on the set.
Serve down the middle, received by Jorgensen. Across the grain, Ice Kander handles it nicely. Molina sets for Corey, and the block puts it back in, but I think it goes out of play far sideline.
Nice transition.
Rail splitters with their first lead, and they had to come from behind to do it. They spotted the Saints, I think, a 4-0 run. Short serve. Hit across by Kretschmar, and that's not going to make it across. So LMU now taking a 2-point advantage, and if you're Coach Squares, you got to think, hey, a couple more like this, and we're going to have to call a timeout. Short serve by Molina, and there's that cringe that I'm sure that all coaches go through.
The one you don't want to see.
Nope. 11-10, side out back with Limestone College. And they'll give it right back.
That's when you just look at it and say, thank you.
Service error by the Saints. And for Lincoln Memorial, it'll be Evan Corey now that drops back there to serve. Jump serve diving off the table, but not finding friendly real estate as it goes off the back line, and it'll go right back to Limestone as the two teams trade errors. 12-11, Lincoln Memorial by one, side out with Limestone College. And back to serve is Kratzmar. That one also off the back line. We've had four straight errors. Unreal. We'll get to 25 at this route. It'll be pretty quick unless one of the coaches calls a timeout.
Free points.
Washington on serve, down line. Received back there by Jorgensen. He has the attack, hits it short. Nice attempt at a pancake by Corey, but unfortunately falls in the hole, and that'll give the Saints side out as it's back to a 1-point set. 12 serving 13 now, actually 13 all, according to the scoreboard. Doesn't indicate such on our score bug here on the website, but now 14-13 in favor of Limestone. Actually, now they're going to back it off and say, no, it's 13-13. So we had it right. Our people did, and the actual scorekeeper didn't have it. Now back to 14-13, but in favor of Lincoln Memorial. Hey, unreal.
Whatever works.
Served by Carvello. Nice response by Kratzmar. The attack by Jorgensen. Sent back by the rail splitters. Jorgensen will try it again. And the LMU net very active up there today, and that ball hit over and out. That'll be point to the rail splitters.
Great transition work right there. A lot of good blocking. Started out with Marcus Molina.
That'll put Carvello back on service. Jump serve to the back corner. Set near side. The LMU block there again. And 4 hits called on Limestone, and that brings Coach Squares up in arms as he's going to talk it over with the down official. The down official shaking his head in agreement with Coach Squares.
Probably going to have a replay here.
Interesting to see what Coach Danis is going to do. There you see the conversation taking place between the platform judge and the down official. And yes, we are going to have a replay. No argument from Coach Danis, and that's I was interested to see how he was going to respond to that.
Well, he probably saw Triana's reaction there, thinking he got the block, and he's like, okay. So he must have touched it.
Carvello, jump serve. Attack off the back row, and that's going to be Kretschmar on the hitting error. As again, LMU tallies the point, and that's the largest lead by the rail splitters in this set. They lead it by 4-17-13, so you're talking about an 8-point turnaround.
I mean, it started out 5-1 in favor of Limestone. So 15-8 run here.
Carvello trying to keep it going. That one crawls across the net. Tipped across, Icecander responds. Here's Carvello on the set. Tipped in the hole that time by Lincoln Memorial's Triana. And unfortunately, a hitting error on LMU's Marcus Molina, who tried to locate to the back corner, knocked it out of play.
Right concept, because everybody was pushed all the way up.
Rail splitters by 2. Back to serve for Limestone, Anthony Savage. Not a great reception. Icecander didn't have a good touch on it either, and that's going to be 4 hits on LMU. That one bad from the start, but you got to give a little credit to the serve right there. A lot of English on that, and it had some speed with it as well.
Yeah, Savage is bringing the heat.
Again, that one just missing the back line. Good response by the defenders back there to duck out of play. And Icecander will drop back to serve. Side out with Lincoln Memorial as they lead at 17-15 here in the opening set.
A lot of the serves have only been missing by within 6 inches.
Tight ball on the net, and a quick dump by the Limestone setter, that being Luka Vanek, 6'3" senior out of Germany. So side out with Limestone as Cameron Jorgensen goes back to serve, and he'll give it back on the service error. 18-16 Lincoln Memorial. Opening set on this Friday night non-conference matchup. Of course, we don't really have any conference play right now, so to speak. Kept alive by Washington. Icecander will knock it across. The dump again, Icecander responding quickly. Set by Kretschmar. Tipped across into the LMU block. Rail splitters wanting a call, and the back corner judge catching that one on the LMU into the floor, waving the flag.
Hit inside the antenna, so they're going to call it out, even though it was kept in play.
Back to serve for the rail splitters is Triana, and unfortunately gives it back to Limestone.
The ball just kept floating.
Yeah, it's amazing the way the ball moves differently than the women's ball. I mean, this one a different material.
Yeah, it's totally, the first time I felt it, I was like, wow, this is a vast difference.
Evan Corey has it sent back by the Limestone block, and side out will go back with the Saints again as they cut the deficit to 1. An illegal rotation of sorts, I guess, by Limestone in that particular instance.
I believe Savage was out of rotation there.
Letard up in arms over it. Didn't really understand what just took place. Didn't agree with it. And again for Lincoln Memorial, it's Molina back to serve. Short serve. Tight ball at the net, but hammered off the set. And I believe that was Lavner that sent it back in the hole with a little bit of heat behind it.
Yeah, Carriel went up and went with the attack and just got to the seam.
Floating serve off the back line. Nice decision by Corey to let it fly. And LMU regains side out as they lead it by 2, 21-19. Coming down to crunch time here in the opening set. Corey back to serve. Not a lot on it. And again, they put that one right in the wheelhouse of Lavner, who tallies the kill, and we're back to a 1-point set.
Well, he really puts the ball away.
So much timing involved in what some of these young men do, whether it be serving or the attacks. Diving serve again, short set by Iskander, and he finds his teammate Carvello for the monster kill.
Yeah, that's perfect timing right there.
22-20, side out back with Lincoln Memorial. Washington on serve. Set to the near side, across the grain and hit out of play by Limestone's Anthony Savage, and the Rail Splitters are knocking on the door. 23-20, Lincoln Memorial. Washington again, right down the middle. Set to the middle, hit across. Washington responds. Iskander taps it across. Got to go this time. Hit across by Washington. And a nice kill by Limestone's Anthony Savage off the near side.
Just got out of sorts there and all that transition.
Side out with Limestone. Dylan Lavner back to serve. Lavner, a 6'4" senior of Oswego, New York. Or Oswego, I'm not sure how you pronounce that. And a nice attack that time with not a lot on it by LMU's Nico Triana. And set point for the Rail Splitters, 24-21. Back to serve, Pedro Carvello. And the service error.
Not the time you wanted that, but hey,
I think if
next
you're
pass.
Coach Danis, that's one thing you'd love to see improve before next year.
We've seen a lot of service errors. There's a lot of service errors in the men's game, period. So we're getting them both ways here.
Savage to serve for Limestone, and apparently a timeout taken by the officials as they do a little work on the pin far side of the net.
When in doubt, come down, do it yourself.
Yeah, the official on the platform doing a little bit of maintenance work. (24-22), still set point. Savage lets it fly. Corey to Iskander and a backhanded tap. Iskander trying to put this one away. Set to the middle. Great response by the Limestone defensive effort. I think that's going to be 4 hits. They're not going to call it that. Set middle again. Double hit called on the Saints, and that'll do it as Lincoln Memorial captures the opening set, 25-22. And with that, we'll take a break, and we'll be back to talk about set 2 when we return on the LMU Sports Network.
Whether institutional case good or architectural woodwork, Nolan Products Incorporated of Knoxville has been serving East Tennessee, Southwest Virginia, and Southeast Kentucky since 1958. From concept to finish, Nolan Products custom builds to the highest quality standards to meet your facility specifications while using only the finest materials available. Nolan Products has been serving and meeting the needs and requirements of general contractors and architects in East Tennessee and surrounding area for more than 55 years. Nolan Products Incorporated, 912 Forsyth Street Northeast, Knoxville. Since 1959, Giles Industries has built more than 86,000 quality homes through craftsmanship of team members from the tri-state area. Our clients are extremely important to us, and we're looking for team-oriented family members which allow us to continue that level of excellence known to come with the Giles brand. Our team members receive above-average pay, great health, dental, and vision coverage, a 401k retirement package, and up to 2 weeks paid vacation following the first year of employment. Contact us about joining our Giles Industries family. Giles Industries, quality homes built by family for family. At Emery Exterminating Company, we have more than 30 years experience in pest control and are a family-owned full-service company that utilizes integrated techniques to manage pests that invade your home or business. If you have a rodent, ant, or bug problem, Emery Exterminating is dedicated to reducing your insect and pest populations. Our belief is that we're only as good as our employees, and that's why each of our technicians are extensively trained with the latest technologies and are reliable, efficient, and professional at all times. For more information of what Emery Exterminating can do to rid your home of unwanted pests, contact us today. Emery Exterminating Company. At Citizens Bank, we're different from everyone else. We've proudly served business communities of Northeast Tennessee since 1912 and have security you can count on. We offer the convenience of internet banking, excellent loan services on various types of loans, cash management, and small business banking at all of our convenient locations in Harrogate, Tazewell, New Tazewell, Bean Station, and Morristown. Visit our website to find out more at citizensbanktn.com. Citizens Bank, no more banking as usual.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Are you looking for efficient?
Welcome back to the Mary E. Mars Gymnasium on the campus of Lincoln Memorial. You see it across the floor, folks. Very sparse crowd. Spring break is upon us here on the LMU campus, so not a lot of student support. There are a few over there, and that pretty much encompasses the majority of the crowd tonight, but there may be a couple of parents over there as well. For you LMU fans, don't forget the Lincoln Memorial University men's basketball team will be in action in the quarterfinals of the 2017 NCAA Southeast Region Tournament next Wednesday, March the 22nd. And if you'd like to watch or listen to that, you can catch the opening game streaming video on NCAA.com, or you can catch the play-by-play audio on the LMU Sports Network. That's WLMU 91.3 FM locally, or you can catch it via audio stream on 913thegap.com, and that will begin at 9:10 Eastern Time, Wednesday, March the 22nd, live from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, at the Sanford Pentagon Complex, a very nice facility there in Sioux Falls. Proves to be an interesting tournament. A lot of big-time teams there. Chico State, LMU's first opponent. They represent the 6th seed. Rail Splitters, the number 3 seed. And if LMU wins, they don't have any monumental task in the second round. They're probably just going to play the team that was in the number 1 national ranking at the last poll that was released prior to the regional tournament. So yeah, nothing tough.
Hey, if you're gonna when you go to the dance,
you go big.
You go big. We remember that from a year ago.
You know, Rail Splitters defending national. I say runner-up. They don't use that term anymore. They call it finalist. Not national champion. Was that Thunder that I just heard?
It was, yes.
I don't like wearing these headsets when Thunder is taking place outside. That's like going out and holding a lightning rod. All right. Set to the middle, and LMU, Evan Corey hitting off the block, and that'll be point to the Rail Splitters as Lincoln Memorial holds a 1-0 lead. Back to serve for the Rail Splitters, Marcus Molina.
Yeah, not a lot of offensive flow in the first set for either team.
Very short serve, handled nicely by the Saints, but unfortunately a very bad attack error on Kratzmar.
That's the 5th attack error for Kratzmar.
Not sure what he was trying to do with that, unless he was trying to go diagonally down the net, across the grain. Another short serve, again handled well. Not the greatest set. LMU block puts it right back into the middle of the floor. Savage into the LMU block, took a lot off that, and that was what got him the point.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest differences you see, I think, in the men's game. Guys really pulling the string back and hitting off-speed shots.
You're ready for that blast, and then all of a sudden it's like throwing that unbelievable changeup. 2-1, side out with the Saints. Brutal serve that time to handle, but it was handled. Washington across the grain, and a poor reception by the Saints' Nick Wilds. Evan Corey back to serve, side out with Lincoln Memorial. And again, the reception error by Cameron Jorgensen this time of Limestone. You know, we have found over the years, whether we're in the Gulf South or the South Atlantic Conference, that in many cases, the road is a very unkind place. And I think, by and large, a lot of teams are experiencing that as well. It's not always the easiest thing to do to go on the road and pick up a win.
No, because you've got such preparation differences when you're doing it. You know, you're getting in a bus, you're traveling 3 to 4 hours. You know, it takes you out of your normal day, normal routine, and then sometimes you go into different confines of facilities. You know, we're one of the schools that's blessed to have a secondary facility that's so, you know, it's intertwined with what we do here.
Triana making the decision to let it go long, and that'll give LMU side out. Set far side, Savage on the attack. Corey responds, set by Icecander. Dropped in the bucket that time by LMU's Carvello. And hit, oh my goodness, that one looked like it was off the back line, but locating nicely. I believe the attack and kill was by Jorgensen.
Yeah, that was a nice transition tack, especially being off the net where he put it.
From this vantage point, it looked like it was off the back line.
Well, Coach Danish was standing right there, and he didn't have a whole lot to say about it, so.
Set middle, tipped across. Great effort by the defensive specialist. Icecander trying to dump. Triana can't get anything on it. And another off-speed sort of attack by Anthony Savage, who tallies the kill. Side out back with Limestone. 5-4 Lincoln Memorial here in set 2. Rail Splitters up 1-0 after a 25-22 win in the opening set. Corey receives. Icecander sets far side. Triana on the attack. And that was blocked, and a nice response by LMU's Pedro Carvello.
Yeah, that was really good to stay alert at the net.
The thing that really gets me about the men's game as opposed to the women's, and you know, we've done a lot of women's games, the speed of the game and the necessity to be extremely quick with your reflexes is just unbelievable.
Yeah, it's it's all about power for the most part. Then you come in with the off speed.
Carvello on the jump serve. Icecander with a solo block. Did it stay in?
It came off of I believe it came off the outside hitter.
Great job by Icecander. And again, he just never ceases to amaze.
Yeah. Well, a lot of times too, it's deceptive. You know, you see that one smaller block up there and you try to just rip it. And the block just takes over.
Set to the far side. Savage locates to the near back corner. And side out will go back with the Saints as it's now 7-5 in Lincoln Memorial. You know, I believe we did hear a clap of thunder a little while ago, Mike, and I just saw the power flicker a minute ago. So, you know, anything could happen here, folks. If we suddenly drop off the air, you'll know what happened. Corey on the reception. Set for Corey. Tapped back by the block. Icecander going to the back corner and couldn't keep it in play.
Good concept. Good concept.
The thing you have to remember about most of these guys out there on the floor for Lincoln Memorial, they are very young when it comes to collegiate experience. Freshmen, sophomores. They do have a graduate student thrown in there and a transfer junior in Josh Riblett, who has not played yet tonight. Savage with a blistered ball on the far sideline.
Everybody went with the front row attackers and left the back row alone.
Well, he smoked that one. Ties the set at 7-all. Side out with Limestone. Corey on the reception. Set far side for Triana, who gets one back.
It says Savage is 6'2". I'd have to see it.
That would be a generous estimate.
He's in the 6 category. I just don't think the 2 is the right number.
Icecander coming down line with it, out of play, and side out will go back with the Saints of Limestone College. Tied at 8 here, set 2 in Harrogate, Tennessee. Rail Splitters' final home match of the season. Serve on its way by Limestone's Julian Letard. And I didn't even see who got that one, Mike.
Molina hit a curveball.
That'll send Iskander back. I beg your pardon. That'll be Triana back to serve.
Molina went opposite corner.
Evan Corey almost looked like he palmed that ball, Mike.
I thought there was disaster at the nets, what I was waiting on, because it looked like it was going to be a crash.
What a vertical he's got as well. I mean, he really elevated for that. Tight ball at the net, and yet it was still in the wheelhouse of Dylan Lavner.
Such a tough ball to play when the setter's front row. You got to take away one of them, and that's exactly what Molina did. He just didn't get the right one.
Vanek back to serve for Limestone. Short serve handled by Triana, set by Iskander for Corey, and he splits the seam in the back row.
Right over the top of the block.
Rail Splitters still out with a 2-point advantage as they regain side out. It'll be Marcus Molina back to serve. And before he can do so, a little custodial duties on the moisture of the floor from where guys went diving for the effort. Almost set to get underway again. Short serve, set to the backside. And on the attack, that's going to be Kratzmar, and it's going to be called off the pin. That'll be Lincoln Memorial possession, side out.
They keep building off the airs.
Tight ball again, set to the near side this time. Savage blisters another one. I'll tell you what, that's a guy that's very misleading. He's got a cannon.
Absolutely. I mean, like I said, he gets the most out of his height and his ability. He crushes the ball.
And he's sporting the old feathered hair butt cut. I mean, you know, that's from the 70s, the 80s. Come on, he's got the look going on. You can get away with that when you smoke the ball like that. Service error by Limestone's Bruno Kratzmar. I haven't seen feathered hair like that since I was probably in middle school. The old school look's coming back. I mean, look at Bill Porter. Bill Porter's got that 70s show look.
We're into the hair techniques tonight.
Nice job by Triana. Corey sets it up for Washington. He'll just knock it across. Tipped down the line that time by Jorgensen. And LMU's Corey comes to the back row and sends it in. 14-10 Lincoln Memorial, set 2. Side out with the Rail Splitters. LMU trying to take an enormous lead if they can capture this set of 2-0 in this match. Set to the near side on the attack, it's Jorgensen. Nice response by LMU's Collazo. Washington denied at the net off the block assist. That was Savage, and I believe also Lavner.
Jorgensen's got a big hop, too.
14-11, side out with the Saints. It is Lavner back to serve. Short serve, Triana catches it. Corey to the far side, denied. Savage will knock it across, playing it safe. Set to the middle. Jorgensen hits it across. Triana, Iskander, Washington, down line. Point Lincoln Memorial.
Wow, what a go set right there.
The only response he had was to get a kick on it, and it was so fast he couldn't even move his foot.
Yeah, he just barely stuck it out there to even get a piece of it.
Washington. Get across. Iskander sets middle, and the nice attack by Carvello. Timeout by Coach Squares of Limestone. Lincoln Memorial leading 16-11 here in set 2. We'll be back right after this on the LMU Sports Network.
Make K&K Metal Sales your only stop for all your residential and commercial metal building needs. For the past 23 years, K&K Metal Sales has covered the tri-state area with quality custom roofing and siding with many grades, gauges, and colors in stock. If you're looking for complete steel or wood building packages or steel or wood trusses, K&K Metal Sales can help with that, as well as heavy-duty custom carports. Great folks and great prices. Stop by K&K Metal Sales located at 6986 Cumberland Gap Parkway or call 423-869-4261.
Look at the bangs out there.
Oh, I know.
Doogie Howser haircut. Oh, we're back. He's got the Doogie Howser haircut. Yeah. We're still talking about haircuts here tonight. Rusty Peace, Mike Smith here with you as the Rail Splitters lead at 1-0, 16-11. And Lincoln Memorial on top.
I'm still in awe how this conversation started.
You know, you notice guys out there on the basketball floor when they're wearing the shooting sleeve.
Yeah.
If you're putting up 30 a game, you can get away with wearing whatever you want. If
Right.
you're doing that sitting on the bench, you just look stupid. Now, this guy can do whatever he wants because he's got a cannon.
Absolutely.
So, you know,
He does have a
you
cannon.
wear your hair, you wear your socks, you wear your shoes backwards for all I care. I mean, the guy, he can play.
He got game.
Here he is again, and that's what I'm talking about right there. Savage is the savage. He absolutely delivers when he attacks. He's not only got strength behind that, but a lot of speed and momentum.
Absolutely. Good. That was a good timeout by Coach Squares.
Savage serves toward the back row. Triana to the back corner and gets it back for Lincoln Memorial.
Really, and the offensive rhythm has really been better in the second set.
Pedro Carvalho back to serve for Lincoln Memorial. Communication problems for Limestone in that reception. Icecander sets middle. I don't think that one ever cleared the tape. I think it came back off of the tape. They may give Limestone a block or block assist right there, but it didn't look like it ever got across.
That was tough too because Jorgensen had fallen off the side to make the save.
Jorgensen serves. Reception by LMU's Collazo.
We were ready.
Yep. Came at us in 3D. Mike, is in this day and age of men's volleyball, college volleyball, does anybody not use a jump serve?
They do the float for the most part. There's nobody just stands on the floor anymore.
Icecander had one just seriously dive off the table in that serve. And it took a dive straight down once it crossed into the back row. Savage again right into the LMU block. And side out will go back with Limestone as they cut it back to a 4-point set. Julian Letard back to serve for the Saints, 6'2" sophomore out of Nimes, France. Tight ball set right up for the defender on the net, and guess who? That's Lavner again, the middle blocker.
Yeah, he's found a way of that ball coming to him quite a bit when he's in the front row.
Saints get another straight point. Coach Danis may want to talk about a timeout. Float serve down the far line, out of play, and they'll give it back. And Savage just had a very big grimace on his face. I'm not sure if he thought, boy, that one was close or that one was in. 19-15 Lincoln Memorial. Triana on serve for Lincoln Memorial. Set near side, the attack by Kretzmeyer.
That was a really nice tip. It probably didn't clear the net a couple inches.
Vanek will serve for Limestone. Side out with the Saints. Rail Splitters by 3. Short serve, handled back there on the back row. Icecander set in the middle that time for Molina. They sent it back, and now it's a 2-point set. And Mike, do you want to let them crawl back and get in this thing and even it up before you call your timeout? Or
everybody has their own little strategy as they go.
Serve to the back line. Icecander sets far side for Washington. Savage gets one to crawl across. Icecander trying to keep it alive, but it was Triana that did an even better job. And that one might have been off the block, or was it? Off the tape?
Off the tape, or off the top of the finger, sorry. Big miss hit.
20-17, side out back with Lincoln Memorial as it is Molina back to serve. Ball hit across. Washington caught it coming across. Nice effort by the Saints, and an even better effort that time by Lavner. Didn't get called for the lift. Happy birthday, Evan Corey. That one crawled across the tape, and I think maybe even brushed one of the defenders.
Yeah, it got a lot of tape, that's for certain. But whatever works.
Rail Splitters back to a 4-point lead here in set 2. And the big solo block by Carvello right in the middle. Timeout called by Coach Squares, his final. And with that, LMU leads it by 5, 22-17. Back after this on the LMU Sports Network.
Juggling my family schedule is a full-time job. Between school, dance practice, work, there's little time left to worry about much else. That's why I use real-time banking from Home Federal Bank. With real-time banking, I know that when I make a deposit, the money goes straight to my account. No delays, no waiting, no wondering. And I get to focus on what's important.
Real-time deposits, real-time access, real-time banking. From Home Federal Bank, always within reach.
Rail Splitters looking good here in set 2 as they try to capture a 2-0 lead over Limestone College in this final home match of the season. And Mike, you know, whereas they spotted Limestone 4 in the opening set, they have really kind of dictated the tempo or flow of this particular set.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier. Offensive flow has been much better here in the second set and really been able to piece things together.
Side out still with Lincoln Memorial as Molina is back to serve. And he did not use a jump serve there. That's answers my question. Savage telegraphs one. Was it tipped? It was not. Sometimes I think the teams try to coerce the officials into believing what they're saying.
Yeah, of course they do.
Substitution for Dan Danis' Rail Splitters. Randy Rivera in the lineup for the first time. 6'2" freshman out of Miami, Florida. He's an opposite side outside hitter. Molina serve. Not received well. And receiving error by Rivera, who just checked in. Molina will go out for the Rail Splitters. Side out back with the Saints of Limestone. 23-18. Good response by Rivera. Set for Washington. Into the block and out of play. So set point for Lincoln Memorial and an opportunity to take a commanding lead in this match. And I don't know, I believe we'll probably go to that long intermission between sets as Coach Danis has been known to do this year. Corey hits it off the back line. Now he was a young man that was very highly touted out of high school and club play. And Coach Danis, I know, having talked to him on numerous occasions, feels very fortunate to have been able to pull him into the fold. Palazzo with the initial reception. Set far side, actually through the middle, denied by the LMU block. Set to the near side for Jorgensen and hit out of play. LMU captures a 25-19 win in set 2 as the Rail Splitters take a 2-0 lead here in this matchup. All right, we go to a 10-minute intermission now here between sets, so we're going to break away and we'll be back. This is the LMU Sports Network.
At Farm Bureau, we offer more than just insurance. We offer security. Whether you're insuring your automobile, boat, home, or simply buying life insurance, with Farm Bureau, you can rest assured that we have your best interest covered. Our members can also enjoy travel discounts, entertainment discounts, identity theft restoration, and home protection services. Call today at 423-869-8346 or stop by and see Brad Seal at our Harrogate location and find out why Tennessee turns to us for insurance. Experience exceptional service and experience security at Farm Bureau.
Make K&K Metal Sales your only stop for all your residential and commercial metal building needs. For the past 23 years, K&K Metal Sales has covered the tri-state area with quality custom roofing and siding with many grades, gauges, and colors in stock. If you're looking for complete steel or wood building packages or steel or wood trusses, K&K Metal Sales can help with that, as well as heavy-duty custom carports. Great folks and great prices. Stop by K&K Metal Sales located at 6986 Cumberland Gap Parkway or call 423.
Go anywhere. Where will you go? You can be anything. Who will you be? You can say anything. What will you say? Because in the end, it's not the years in your life that count. It's the life in your years. Lincoln Memorial University. It's time to start living.
From sales to service, online or in person, Anchor Marine of Speedwell, Tennessee is the source for all your boating needs. We carry a wide selection of new and used products and services for Alumacraft, Aqua Patio, Hurricane, Polar Craft, Sampan, and Sweetwater boats and pontoons, as well as a full line of Yamaha marine engines and Minn Kota trolling motors. From bow to stern, Anchor Marine also carries a wide selection of boating accessories. And if it's service you need, we offer on-site factory-trained technicians that are among the best in East Tennessee. Anchor Marine, 6630 General C.W. Steiner Highway, Speedwell. Did you know Cumberland Ford of Middlesboro is the fastest growing Ford dealer in Eastern Kentucky? That being said, why drive to shop a bigger market when you have great prices at a top-tier dealership right here in the tri-state area? We've been serving Middlesboro and surrounding area for decades. From sales to service, Cumberland Ford is second to none. And remember, we're your $199 a month superstore. Cumberland Ford. Come see us today. 1501 Highway 25E on the Cumberland Gap Parkway, Middlesboro.
Juggling my family schedule is a full-time job. Between school, dance practice, work, there's little time left to worry about much else. That's why I use real-time banking from Home Federal Bank. With real-time banking, I know that when I make a deposit, the money goes straight to my account. No delays, no waiting, no wondering. And I get to focus on what's important.
Real-time deposits, real-time access, real-time banking from Home Federal Bank. Always within reach.
Are you looking for efficient, compassionate, and comprehensive health care for you and your family? If you are, visit Lincoln Memorial University Medical Clinics in Harrogate and New Tazewell. All healthcare providers are faculty members of LMU's DeVos College of Osteopathic Medicine and are board certified in their specialty. Multiple specialties available are family medicine, pediatrics, internal medicine, OBGYN, geriatrics, and osteopathic manipulative medicine. Locations in Harrogate and New Tazewell. Most insurance plans are accepted. The University Medical Clinic is here to serve you. Call 423-869-7193 for an appointment.
At Citizens Bank, we're different from everyone else. We've proudly served business communities of Northeast Tennessee since 1912 and have security you can count on. We offer the convenience of internet banking, excellent loan services on various types of loans, cash management, and small business banking at all of our convenient locations in Harrogate, Tazewell, New Tazewell, Bean Station, and Morristown. Visit our website to find out more at citizensbanktn.com. Citizens Bank, no more banking as usual.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
It's no fun when you're hungry, so don't be. Go to the Old Town Grill. Steaks, chicken, seafood, pasta, salads, and oh, so much more. At the OTG, you'll find delicious meals, generous portions, with reasonable prices and a relaxing atmosphere. There's so much variety, you'll likely have a hard time choosing. But don't worry, it's all great. The Old Town Grill in London, Corbin, Berea, and in Tazewell. It's the OTG. The OTG, it's the place to be.
For good food, great friends, or good times, make Angelo's in historic Cumberland Gap your next destination. Whether it's our made-from-scratch Italian cuisine, live music Thursday through Saturday evenings, our pet-friendly patio with fire pit, free Wi-Fi, or a game room with pool, darts, shuffleboard, and cornhole, Angelo's has all the ingredients to satisfy your taste. Don't forget to check out our happy hour daily from 4 to 7 p.m. Angelo's in historic Cumberland Gap. Open Monday through Friday, 4 to close, Saturday and Sunday, noon to close.
Established in 1982, Dixie Roofing Incorporated of La Follette has been the industry's leader in commercial roofing throughout Knoxville, Tennessee, and surrounding counties for more than 30 years. From medical facilities to office buildings and educational institutions, Dixie Roofing has the experience, expertise, equipment, and know-how to handle roofing needs of any commercial structure, big or small. Dixie Roofing is also on the web at www.dixieroofing.com. Dixie Roofing Incorporated.
Unmatched and unbeatable. Your experience at Danny England Motors comes with the absolute best in offering unmatched quality while delivering an uncommon, hands-on process to take your automotive purchase to the next level in customer service and customer expectations. While offering a relaxed, positive environment and a laid-back approach, our drive to surpass the highest of standards in this industry comes nothing short of. Danny England Motors. Come see us today. Automotive excellence starts here.
Pinnacle Performance Physical Therapy of Harrogate takes an individualized approach to treating people of all ages. Our therapist goals are to assist patients in reaching the pinnacle of their performance at school, work, and play. We utilize state-of-the-art equipment such as the Alter G anti-gravity treadmill, used to rehabilitate injuries and pain throughout the body's lower extremities, and the Light Force Deep Tissue Laser Therapy, a drug-free way of treating pain throughout the body. Contact us for an appointment today. Pinnacle Performance Physical Therapy, 362 Catawba Avenue, Harrogate.
It makes a difference when a physician is trained to truly listen. At the LMU Medical Clinic, it is our mission to provide the highest quality medical care possible for our community, in our community. Our physicians are trained in the philosophy of osteopathic medicine. We look beyond your symptoms and take the time to get to know you as a whole person, from children to adults and everyone in between. We don't see patients, we see people.
Did you know Cumberland Ford of Middlesboro is the fastest growing Ford dealer in Eastern Kentucky? That being said, why drive to shop a bigger market when you have great prices at a top-tier dealership right here in the tri-state area? We've been serving Middlesboro and surrounding area for decades. From sales to service, Cumberland Ford is second to none. And remember, we're your $199 a month superstore. Cumberland Ford. Come see us today. 1501 Highway 25E on the Cumberland Gap Parkway, Middlesboro.
Juggling my family schedule is a full-time job. Between school, dance practice, work, there's little time left to worry about much else. That's why I use real-time banking from Home Federal Bank. With real-time banking, I know that when I make a deposit, the money goes straight to my account. No delays, no waiting, no wondering. And I get to focus on what's important.
Real-time deposits, real-time access, real-time banking from Home Federal Bank. Always within reach.
Are you looking for efficient
Welcome back to the Mary Mars Gymnasium. Rusty Peace alongside Mike Smith. Mike, let's take a look at the statistics from the first two sets of tonight's match.
Oh, you want me to?
Well, you got them.
I was like, hey, okay. Let's first off for the Limestone Saints. They come in down two sets. They have 22 kills on the evening, led by Anthony Savage with 8. Luka Vanek has 19 assists. Give Nick Wilds the lead in digs with 8. Savage and Kretschmar both have 2 block assists. Lavner has 4 to give them 8. For LMU, on the offensive side, Evan Corey leads the offensive attack with 10 kills on 15 swings, hitting .600 for the evening. Ryan Iskandar has 19 assists. On the dig side, Evan Corey and Ryan Iskandar have 5 apiece. And on the blocks, give Pedro Carvajal and Ryan Iskandar 2 blocks apiece.
Mike, looking at those statistics, where are the chinks in the armor? Where do both teams have to improve here in the second half if they are to come away with a win?
Well, the two noticeable numbers that stick out for you, Limestone has 14 attack errors along with 11 service errors. So that's 25 free points right there. LMU, with both of those categories, have 16 total. So that would be a +9 for LMU on that side. And I think that's been your difference so far.
Well, the Railsplitters, since regaining the lead or taking their first lead in the middle portion of set 1, they've dictated the tempo and flow of this match. And we'll see how the intermission break affects both teams as we're set to go here in the third set. LMU hoping that it will be the final set of tonight's match. Railsplitters went 4 in their last match. That was with Quincy. They went 3 against Charleston, 4 against Charleston. They have had very few 3-0 matches, win or lose, in the last probably 10 matches, if not more than that, a dozen anyway. Short serve handled by Savage. Nice response that time by Lavner. Hit across by LMU's Molina. And at the net, Washington answers for Lincoln Memorial.
Nice block, nice way to start the third set.
LMU playing with a lot of confidence tonight. Very loose, not tight. They're out there and competing and playing well. And right there was one that was hit well. Dylan Lavner just putting it down with marks on the floor.
Molina just had no time to react.
That one almost straight down vertically. That's not redundant. Iskander sets near side for Washington, across the green, untouched, and out of play. And Washington in a little disbelief of that one and disappointed as well. Side out with the Saints, 2-1 Limestone here in set 3. Serve on its way by Vanek off the back line and right back to Lincoln Memorial.
Well, you heard, or overhearing Coach Squares earlier, the float servers have got to get the serves in, and because you've got some big rippers back there as well, so, you know, goes against the course.
Corey on the jump serve, handled back there by Wilds. And the attack by Kratzmar off the LMU block. Side out staying with the Saints now as they regain the lead 3-2. It is Kratzmar back to serve. Iskander trying to set across. Here's Savage on the delivery. Nice job by Iskander to keep it in play. And to no avail as the attack is tallied by Drew Davis of Limestone, a 6'3" senior out of Asheville, North Carolina, transferred in from Erskine College.
Great hustle by Iskander right there.
Side out will stay with the Saints, 4-2 Limestone. Here's Kratzmar on serve. And another happy birthday as that one crawls across.
Yeah, that's a tape roller for sure.
(5-2). Saints with another big lead here in the third set of this contest. Corey receives, tight ball at the net. And again, a couple of great responses by the Saints. Lavner gets credit for the kill. Very little time to respond for LMU right there when that ball came across.
Yeah, the reaction time is quite minimal when that happens.
Collazo answers. Iskander set that time for LMU's Carvello. Tipped across, Washington answers. Corey for Collazo, who will hit it across. Pretty good rally here. Corey to the back row, and LMU gets it back on the side out.
Found the seam from the right back spot.
The daughter of Dan Danis operating as ball retrieved tonight. One of the daughters.
When in doubt, send the kid.
Free labor. Great job by Washington, who gets one to crawl across, and LMU gets credit for the point. Yeah, you use that free labor anytime you can. You'll get there one day, Mike. Yours are old enough to tell you now, forget about it.
That's what I started to say.
Not happening. Savage on the attack. That ball hit across by Collazo and out of play. And Danis hoping that one was going to be called in as he had an open mouth and stood there with his hands behind his back politely. 7-4. Down line. Corey answers. Iskander sets near side. That's Triana on the attack, denied by the Saints. And a double called on the Saints. Back in for Lincoln Memorial, Marcus Molina. And back to serve with side out is Pedro Carvello. Carvello sporting the ink there, the big chief on his arm. Nice response, dig. Yeah. Triana to the far side across the grain. Washington with the dig. And a double called on Corey. That's the one thing that I've noticed in the men's game as well, Mike, that you see a lot more doubles called than you see in the women's action.
Yeah, because there's a lot of hands, and I think a lot of times too, even though you're not supposed to go by, it just sounds different when it comes out ugly.
Great set by Iskander that time for LMU's Marcus Molina. 8-6, Rail Splitters still trailing by 2 here in set 3, but they lead it 2-0 over the Saints of Limestone in tonight's match. Iskander to the back row. Set far side, Savage on the attack. Denied by Colazzo. Triana into the block. Across the green and out of play by Drew Davis. Saints begging for a tip, and it was nowhere close. There was nobody even near it.
No, he hit it so far wide you couldn't touch it.
Rail Splitters have cut it back to 1. Side out staying with Lincoln Memorial as Iskander is back again to serve. Set far side, Savage tight ball. And communication error by the Rail Splitters. 3 players converging on that one. Nobody called the ball. Whose ball was that, Mike?
Probably Washington's, would be my guess.
Here's Savage on serve for Limestone. Colazzo receives. Set for Corey, who has to adjust in mid-attack. Corey trying to go down line, couldn't make it happen. Looked like Washington and Colazzo both tried to get the dig on that ball, and Dan Danis wants to talk it over. 10-7, Rail Splitters trail here in set 3. We'll be back right after this on the LMU Sports Network.
At Emery Exterminating Company, we have more than 30 years experience in pest control and are a family-owned full-service company that utilizes integrated techniques to manage pests that invade your home or business. If you have a rodent, ant, or bug problem, Emery Exterminating is dedicated to reducing your insect and pest populations. Our belief is that we're only as good as our employees, and that's why each of our technicians are extensively trained with the latest technologies and are reliable, efficient, and professional at all times. For more information of what Emery Exterminating can do to rid your home of unwanted pests, contact us today. Emery Exterminating Company.
Are you looking for efficient?
Like to remind you to keep up to date on everything going on with Lincoln Memorial University Athletics. Pull up the LMU Athletics website, www.lmurailsplitters.com. You'll find all the latest scores, facts, statistics, player profiles, roster schedules, news releases, photographs, videos, and much more. It's the LMU Athletics website, www.lmurailsplitters.com. Rusty Peace, Mike Smith here with you tonight, as the Rail Splitters have a 2-0 lead over the Limestone Saints, but trail 10-7 here in set 3. There's a few of the fans enjoying tonight's game. That's Jessica Jackson of the LMU Sports Network, who has the night off. She's enjoying some volleyball tonight.
The day off, come to the game.
Side out with the Saints. Savage with the ace. That one dove right off the table as it crossed into the back row, and Triana tried to react and adjust, but just couldn't do it in time. 4-point lead as side out stays with Limestone. Savage down line, and that one actually grazed Coach Danis, who stepped off of it a little bit. Coaches have this mentality. I mean, if you hit a grounder down third base line, they don't want to move, and if you get hit, they don't want to show pain. It's ridiculous.
Oh, Rusty.
Yeah, you get hit with a grounder. It's a baseball thing, and then they scream, "Don't touch it! Don't rub it! Don't rub it!" What's up with rubbing it? I mean, if it hurts, I'm going to rub it. Iskander back set far side for Corey. And missing across the green for Limestone was Drew Davis trying to locate the back corner. Rail Splitters pulled within 2. Side out now with Lincoln Memorial.
The quirks of sports.
Well, you have these things. Now, what's the question here? I think there was some question as to whose ball it was, whose serve it was, and Triana a little slow in going back there to serve.
I don't think he realized who was serving.
The dump quickly, nice response by Iskander. Set for Washington, hit across, and net contact by the Saints as they beg for a double call on Lincoln Memorial. 11-10 Lincoln Memorial, down 1, but they have side out.
Might have been close.
Served by Triana, poor reception by Savage, but kept alive and hit across. Iskander sets backside, Corey to the back row. Tipped back at the net by Lincoln Memorial's Marcus Molina as he saw that one coming from a mile away, and we're tied at 11.
Long reach.
Yeah, there's no substitute for that 6'8 frame. Tight ball again. The joust won by Washington. And they're going to give it to Lincoln Memorial. Coach Squares up in arms. And a dispute as to what exactly happened at the net. And Coach Square is very close to getting a yellow card, in my opinion. And now we're going to have a conference between the platform judge and the down official. There you see Coach Squares. Good shot of him as he shows concern for the situation at hand. 12-11, if that point stands, they may have a replay. Mike, what do you think?
That's one of the toughest calls to make. It's always, whoever pushed it probably didn't touch it.
It's going to stand. Coach Squares doesn't necessarily agree, and he is still pleading his case with the official. I don't think you're going to see him reverse it, but he is going to argue it, and I think to the point where he's actually wanting a card, I think, at this point. And the official on platform has now said he's heard enough. Coach Squares still up in arms and pleading his case. Poor reception by Savage. Bailed out back there by Davis. And hit across by another teammate. Set for Corey, who drops it in the hole. Tight ball, Washington. Can't get it to fall. The block is there, dug out of the hole by Kratzmar, and the point for Limestone.
He says, I'll do it myself.
12-all here in set 3. Rail Splitters trying to find the win here in this one. Back to serve for Limestone, Julian Letard, 6'2" sophomore out of Nims, France. Icecander sets again for Corey, and nobody home where he hits that one on the floor for Limestone.
Definitely found the seam.
Pedro Carvello in for Lincoln Memorial. Molina with a serve, poor reception. Set to the far side for Kratzmar. And tipped out by Lincoln Memorial. Point to Limestone. We're still tied at 13. Side out with the Saints, down line. Triana responds. Washington elevates and fires.
There was a split in the block, and he just pounded that ball.
And he saw that one coming from way off. He knew that it was there.
I've not seen him take a swing that hard in a long time.
Rail Splitters by 1, side out back with Lincoln Memorial. Corey with the serve. To the back row, handled nicely by Savage. Kratzmar across the grain. Triana will push it across. Set for Kratzmar, and he hits in on the far sideline.
That's another blast.
Tit for tat here, 14-all. Lincoln Memorial and Limestone slugging it out here in set 3. Kratzmar with side out. Crawls across the net. Corey responds. The set by Icecander for Corey. Now Davis hits it across. Poor reception by Colazzo, and the point will go with Limestone. Colazzo knew it right away. Came off the fingertips.
Yeah, just definitely pushed him back. Great hustle by Evan Corey.
Saints by 1, 15-14 as they still hold side out. Kratzmar holding serve. Crawls across, and again, nobody home as it falls in the hole.
Gotta react.
You don't want to let this thing get away at this point in the set. Dan Danis letting his team try to sort it out here. Colazzo receives. Set middle. Colazzo again keeping it alive. And the attack by Limestone's Kratzmar falls in on the far sideline. 17-14. Saints trying to pull one out here as they have a 3-point lead 3/4 of the way through this set. Set for Corey, a little bit off the mark. Savage off the LMU block, and Dan Danis is going to want to talk it over, I believe. Not yet. Yep, he's going to call it. 18-14, Limestone here in set 3. Let's break away, and we'll be back. This is the LMU Sports Network.
At Emery Exterminating Company, we have more than 30 years experience in pest control and are a family-owned full-service company that utilizes integrated techniques to manage pests that invade your home or business. If you have a rodent, ant, or bug problem, Emery Exterminating is dedicated to reducing your insect and pest populations. Our belief is that we're only as good as our employees, and that's why each of our technicians are extensively trained with the latest technologies and are reliable, efficient, and professional at all times. For more information of what Emery Exterminating can do to rid your home of unwanted pests, contact us today. Emery Exterminating Company.
Are you looking for efficient,
Mike, we said a little while ago that LMU has not been in very many three-set matches here in the last dozen or so. And here in set 3, it looks like Limestone has taken some of the momentum after that break and may turn this into at least a 4-set match.
Yeah, Limestone's really come out with some new aggression here in the third set. And really, they've been pounding the ball. And so, but, you know, when your back's against the wall and you're down 2 sets to none, you've got to come out with, because there is no tomorrow.
The Lincoln Memorial's got a very short time to figure it out here and make the adjustment as they are down by 4. Limestone now 7 points away from closing the door on LMU here in set 3. Kratzmar has held serve for some time now. Palazzo receives. Icecander with the dump across, and that'll fall in the hole. Savage was there. He just couldn't get a good touch on it.
Just missed it.
So side out with Lincoln Memorial as they cut it back to a 3-point deficit, 18-15. Served by Washington down the middle. And hit off the far sideline for Limestone was Dylan Lavner. Back-to-back points by LMU, and they're right back in it. Conversation now going on with the captain for Limestone, which is Luka Vanek. Mike, what's the conversation about there? I'm not sure.
Contact under the net, I believe, just on the plays and stuff. Nothing meaningful, I think, but nonetheless, just talking about, contact.
Washington hits off the back row, and that'll give it back to Limestone as they take a 3-point lead. Lavner back there to serve, 6'4" senior out of Oswego, New York, or Oswego, not sure how that is pronounced. Apologies to those watching in on the broadcast from up in that area tonight. Triana. Got to get it across. Corey to Triana across the grain. Savage into the LMU block, denied nicely. Takes something off of it, the pancake by Washington not in time.
Plus you had a block in there.
Dan Danis is furious. Is he talking to the officials or his players?
No, he's talking to his team.
Triana across the green and right through the seam. 20-17, side out going back with Lincoln Memorial as it will be Carvello back to serve. Back in for the Rail Splitters, Molina, as Colazzo comes out. Jump serve on its way. Off the LMU block, and that'll be point Limestone.
Yeah, the Limestone offense has been more efficient here in set 3.
Short serve, Triana handles. Triana on the attack off the fingertips of Davis. And a double called against Limestone, giving it back to LMU. So Icecander will drop back for side out as Lincoln Memorial tries to battle from behind. They've got very little room for error, and there's one of them off the inline on the service error. Coach Danis is hot right now with his team.
Yeah, unforced errors. Gotta, especially when you're trailing at this point in the set, you gotta get those serves in.
Molina on the swing. Hit across to the back row. Washington to Icecander. Back to Molina, denied at the net. The block by Letard, and I didn't catch the assist. Letard was one of 2 Limestone players there.
Kratzmar, I believe.
Savage back to serve as Limestone looks like they're going to take set 3. Tight ball. And 4 hits never even got to 4 hits, but they'll call it that nonetheless. And we have a set point, 24-18 Limestone, and we will go for at least here tonight. And that's what you're going to have to learn. A young team's got to smell the kill and put a team away, and right now this team just isn't there yet.
Well, that, and plus, too, you knew Limestone was going to make a run at it. You know, they're a good squad, and they're going, they're not going to go down without a battle at this point.
Rail Splitters still at set point as they try to prevent the loss here. And that's not going to happen. Nice swing by Vanek. And so the Saints take a 25-19 win here in set 3. And we go to a 4th set. We'll do that right after this on the LMU Sports Network.
At Citizens Bank, we're different from everyone else. We've proudly served business communities of Northeast Tennessee since 1912 and have security you can count on. We offer the convenience of internet banking, excellent loan services on various types of loans, cash management, and small business banking at all of our convenient locations in Harrogate, Tazewell, New Tazewell, Bean Station, and Morristown. Visit our website to find out more at citizensbanktn.com. Citizens Bank, no more banking as usual.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
At Farm Bureau, we offer more than just insurance. We offer security. Whether you're insuring your automobile, boat, home, or simply buying life insurance, with Farm Bureau, you can rest assured that we have your best interest covered. Our members can also enjoy travel discounts, entertainment discounts, identity theft restoration, and home protection services. Call today at 423-869-8346 or stop by and see Brad Seal at our Harrogate location and find out why Tennessee turns to us for insurance. Experience exceptional service and experience security at Farm Bureau. Since 1959, Giles Industries has built more than 86,000 quality homes through craftsmanship of team members from the tri-state area. Our clients are extremely important to us, and we're looking for team-oriented family members which allow us to continue that level of excellence known to come with the Giles brand. Our team members receive above-average pay, great health, dental, and vision coverage, a 401k retirement package, and up to 2 weeks paid vacation following the first year of employment. Contact us about joining our Giles Industries family. Giles Industries, quality homes built by family for family. At Emery Exterminating Company, we have more than 30 years experience in pest control and are a family-owned full-service company that utilizes integrated techniques to manage pests that invade your home or business. If you have a rodent, ant, or bug problem, Emery Exterminating is dedicated to reducing your insect and pest populations. Our belief is that we're only as good as our employees, and that's why each of our technicians are extensively trained with the latest technologies and are reliable, efficient, and professional at all times. For more information of what Emery Exterminating can do to rid your home of unwanted pests, contact us today. Emery Exterminating Company.
Back once again, Mary Mars Gymnasium on the campus of Lincoln Memorial University. Mike, over the next several weeks, a lot of sports taking place here on the LMU campus as we enter the backstretch of the 2016-17 season. We are coming up on just about a month of play left in the athletic season.
Yeah, there's, the spring semester's gone really fast, and we've got a lot of teams competing, and as you said, the stretch runs coming about, and after spring break, you've probably got right at 5 weeks of school left.
It has definitely flown by. Folks, want to bring you in on a watch party that's going to take place Wednesday night down at Angelo's in the Gap. Kevin LaRue, the owner of Angelo's, will be hosting as the Rail Splitters enter the quarterfinal round of the 2017 NCAA Southeast Region, the Elite 8 tournament in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Of course, one of our big supporters, Angelo's in the Gap, and Kevin LaRue has been very kind to allow us to host the Josh Schertz and Crystal Evans show down there throughout the season. He'll be hosting a watch party, so go on down, enjoy some great food, and cheer the Rail Splitters on to victory as they take on Chico State in the quarterfinals of the Elite 8 Wednesday night, March 22nd at 9:30. Set 4 here as LMU had a commanding lead. Now the Saints back in it as they have one on the board, and they need this one to keep it going and possibly come out with a win tonight. It'll be Kratzmar to open serve, side out with the Saints. Triana receives, set to the near side. Corey with a right hand. And didn't really look like he had a lot on it, but got it past the block.
Well, he had to go with the offhand there, and lucky to get the kill. Good start to the set.
That'll put Molina back for side out. LMU. Set near side, Savage just blisters it. I'm telling you, the guy can play.
No doubter on that one.
Limestone regains side out, 1-all. And this time it's Dylan Lavner. Floating serve off the back corner, just out of play. And I mean, that one was literally a fraction of an inch off the back corner line.
That was a big difference in set 3 for Limestone. Only 2 service errors the entire set.
Here's Corey, diving serve. Set to the far side, tipped across. Collazo sets for Evan Corey. Set middle, tipped across. And just, again, a crafty attack by Savage.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Washington lost it in the lights or what, but definitely wasn't able to make the play.
2-all, side out back with Limestone. Reception by Triana. Washington denied at the net, and the block stays in for Limestone. Tell you, when they went to that 10-minute intermission, I think it really changed some things. And I don't know, I'm not a big fan of that, but a lot of coaches are.
Yeah, there's some that love it and some that hate it.
Location to the far sideline by LMU's Carvello for the kill. Inside out will go back with Lincoln Memorial. We're tied at 3. The thing is, if you've got a team on their heels the way LMU had Limestone after the opening 2 sets, you don't want to let off the gas. You want to just close it out. And I think that intermission, there's a miscommunication. That intermission allowed them to get back in it.
Right. Well, the tough part about it is you have to decide if you're doing the intermission before the match ever begins.
Correct.
So, you know, it's a flip of the coin.
Savage back to serve, 4-3 Limestone. Collazo answers with the reception. Set far side for Triana. Again for Triana. LMU block battling, and I don't know that it...
that never cleared the tape.
Yeah, I don't think it did either.
Never cleared.
They were there, had it. That puts Carvello back to serve for Limestone. 4-all. Set 4, 2-1 Lincoln Memorial. Took the opening 2 sets and fell in set 3, 25-19, and that one served out badly on the service error.
Yeah, from here you could actually see his hand turn as he made the serve.
Back to serve for Limestone, Julian Letard. Crafty move by Iskander that time. Triana tight ball on the net and lost it. Limestone defenders lost it. What happened there, Mike? It's going to go to Limestone.
Triana ended up under the net, actually on the other side after he made the attack. So he was involved in the play.
Unlucky break for the Rail Splitters as they take a 2-point deficit. Downline, Triana receives. Iskander sets to the far side. I don't know if that
hits the pin.
Yeah. Bad breaks right now, just plaguing Lincoln Memorial, whether it's errors or other.
A lot of self-inflicted errors here.
Short serve. Set middle. Corey. Kratzmar with an unbelievable angle. Are you kidding me? We had a great view of that, Mike, and I mean, that's just like shaving ice right there. It was unreal.
Yeah, that was a remarkable attack.
Timeout on the floor. Dan Danis burning the timeout. 8-4 to Limestone. We're back right after this.
At Emery Exterminating Company, we have more than 30 years experience in pest control and are a family-owned full-service company that utilizes integrated techniques to manage pests that invade your home or business. If you have a rodent, ant, or bug problem, Emery Exterminating is dedicated to reducing your insect and pest populations. Our belief is that we're only as good as our employees, and that's why each of our technicians are extensively trained with the latest technologies and are reliable, efficient, and professional at all times. For more information of what Emery Exterminating can do to rid your home of unwanted pests, contact us today. Emery Exterminating Company.
Are you looking for a
4-point difference between Lincoln Memorial and Limestone as the Saints have taken a commanding lead here early on. And they are trying to push this thing into the maximum 5-set match, but still a ways to go. Dan Danis talking to his team and giving them what for as to what he's looking for. He's not happy with the performance early.
Yeah, they've got to come back and focus in. Limestone's really picked up their level of play. LMU's not met that challenge at this point yet.
If you're trying to evaluate a team as to have we improved throughout the season, now obviously the competition level has bearing on this, but I mean, you come out with a 2-set lead on an opponent and then give it up in 5. I don't know how happy he's going to be with that.
No, you've got to, you hope you're able to bear down here and get some things going.
Good swing that time by LMU's Marcus Molina. And the Rail Splitters will get one back as it's now 8-5 side out with Lincoln Memorial. Iskander back to serve. Set far side. And another odd angle attack by Lavner that's going to be tipped by Lincoln Memorial, and it'll be Saints point.
The one thing you don't normally see in the men's game that's a little different is running that slide set.
Side out with the Saints. Serve down line. Corey blisters one to the back row, and Savage cannot respond. Side out back with the Rail Splitters.
He just elevated above that block.
Nico Triana on serve for Lincoln Memorial, 6'3" freshman out of Miami, Florida. Kratzmar hits into the nylon, and that'll be LMU point. 4 hits. Rail Splitters have cut it back to 2, trying to hold side out as Triana goes back to serve again. Poor reception into the bleachers, and that's just what the doctor ordered as Lincoln Memorial now has cut it to 1.
3 quick points here.
You'll take all the help the opponent will give you, and on those receiving errors, that's pretty big help. Another one. And that started with Savage's reception. Is there something about that serve that Triana has got that's maybe some movement on the ball?
You know how that late float goes.
9-all now as LMU has reeled off 4 straight. That one crawls across, and this is St. Patty's Day, and the luck of the Irish right now is with Lincoln Memorial. Timeout Limestone to kill the momentum, and LMU now with a 1-point lead, 10-9 here in set 4. We're back with Rail Splitter Volleyball right after this on the LMU Sports Network.
At Emery Exterminating Company, we have more than 30 years experience in pest control and are a family-owned full-service company that utilizes integrated techniques to manage pests that invade your home or business. If you have a rodent, ant, or bug problem, Emery Exterminating is dedicated to reducing your insect and pest populations. Our belief is that we're only as good as our employees, and that's why each of our technicians are extensively trained with the latest technologies and are reliable, efficient, and professional at all times. For more information of what Emery Exterminating can do to rid your home of unwanted pests, contact us today. Emery Exterminating Company.
Mike, you just had a conversation that kind of opened my eyes pretty wide by you and athletic director Matt Green. Did I hear what I thought I heard?
I believe you did. But we'll just have to see how the weather plays out first.
So you go ahead and let everybody in on it. Possibility.
Well, we'll see how the weather plays out first.
Yeah. Wow. Service error as Triana finally gives up serve and evens the set at 10-all. Reeled off, I think, 6 straight before giving up the serve.
At least.
It was 8-4 at one point. That'll put Kratzmar back to serve for Limestone. Catches the back line. That split both Collazo and Triana. Both looked at the other, and I think they thought it was going to go long, and it dove off the table.
I think they just, one thought the other one had it as well.
The Saints back in the lead. Kratzmar on serve. Triana receives. Iskander hits across. And
not much Iskander could do right there.
What'd they call him for? Back row attack? What was the call there?
Well, ball hit the, he's back rowing it. Almost also hit the pin.
Tight ball again, hit across by LMU's Molina. block is there, but it blocks out. And it's now 13-10. So all the ground you made up now, you've almost given all of it back. And it appears that Limestone still has the momentum.
Yeah, they've got to find a way of getting momentum here.
And a stoppage in play momentarily for some junior pedestrians that are moving down the side of the gymnasium. Short serve. And a great location by Evan Corey.
Just blisters the ball.
Almost looked like a double on that that set by whomever. I didn't see who said it.
Iskandar.
Iskander. Short serve. Savage, poor reception. He'll deliver. Tight ball by Triana, and enough of it caught coming across, I think that time by Drew Davis of Limestone to keep it back on the LMU side.
Yeah, Washington was making a last-ditch effort to try to get it across.
14-11, side out with the Saints. And again, it's Lavner on serve. Collazo receives, set by Iskander for Corey, and tattoos that one as there is net contact, I believe, by Limestone. 18 got in the net, and that is Julian Letard.
He's rubbing his head. Savage, I think, gave him an elbow.
Back to a two-point set. Corey back to serve for Lincoln Memorial. And telegraphs that one off the end line. You get some luck on St. Patty's Day. You don't want to look a leprechaun in the mouth, and you don't want to give them back, no doubt about it. Corey denied that time by the effort from Wilds. Savage. And a double called on Iskander. 16-12 Limestone. Side out being held by Drew Davis. Collazo collides back there with Triana, and I think he popped his finger. The kill by the Saints and a timeout taken by Dan Danis. And again, he knows that this team is on its heels right now. They are not on the attack as they were early in this match. 17-12, we're back right after this on the LMU Sports Network.
Are you looking for efficient, compassionate, and comprehensive health care for you and your family? If you are, visit Lincoln Memorial University Medical Clinics in Harrogate and New Tazewell. All healthcare providers are faculty members of LMU's DeVos College of Osteopathic Medicine and are board certified in their specialty. Multiple specialties available are family medicine, pediatrics, internal medicine, OBGYN, geriatrics, and osteopathic manipulative medicine. Locations in Harrogate and New Tazewell. Most insurance plans are accepted. The University Medical Clinic is here to serve you. Call 423-869-7193 for an appointment.
At Citizens Bank.
Welcome back, Rusty Peace. Mike Smith here with you on this Friday night, and a lot of the luck of the Irish today from a lot of people. I did see some people wearing some green today, Mike. I don't know if you had any on. I missed you all morning in the athletics department. You got a little bit of green thrown in that multicolored shirt. I wore my favorite shade of green today, and that was camouflage. Had that camouflage jacket on. Nobody could say I didn't have any green on it. Pay no attention to that moving bush, me lad.
Or nobody's seeing you moving at all.
That's right. Always messing with me Lucky Charms. 17-12, Limestone with the lead and holding side out. I'm sure a lot of people right now probably celebrating St. Patty's Day in another way. A little bit of green fluid going on, going down. Brief break in the action here after that timeout from Coach Danis, as his team is down 17-12 in this set. Back set for Corey, and he splits the defenders for the point.
Man, he stays hot.
That'll put Washington back to serve, side out with Lincoln Memorial. Railsplitters looking to get on another roll here. Short serve, Savage receives, not a great reception. Corey to Iskander. Double called on the Saints again, and LMU getting a little luck in that exchange. But Washington still holding serve. Goes right at Savage. And that was a mistake as the set went to Letard and he tattooed it.
Yeah, he blistered that ball.
Didn't even really make solid contact. You didn't hear the big slap that you normally hear, but it was smoke nonetheless.
Yeah, I think he beat Pedro's hands up.
Ice Kander setting for LMU's Carvello, who locates to the far sideline.
Right back at you.
Rail Splitters got some fight in them, but they just can't seem to get over the hump here in this set. Carvello earned serve with that kill. Short attack on the, I think he was trying to take something off of it. That's not really Kratzmar's MO. He's a guy that really smokes the ball, and he tried to take too much off of it right there.
Yeah, he just tried to hit it down and instead of extending it out.
Serve to Savage. Back set far side, and with a good-looking swing that time by Drew Davis, the point back with Limestone and the side out. Reed Johnson in for the first time, 6'3" outside hitter, senior out of Winsboro, North Carolina. He'll drop back to serve. And there was another substitution, but I didn't catch the number. Serve down line, Collazo there to answer. Set to the middle, and Corey hits it off the back line as it goes 20-16 now Limestone, as they have really got LMU on their heels.
Yeah, the momentum has really swung since the 10-minute break.
And the service error by the recently checked in Reed Johnson. So he will come out of the lineup. Returning will be Julian Letard. And it is a 2017 set with Ice Kander going back for side out, Lincoln Memorial. And a nice block by LMU's Molina. Rail Splitters right in position if they can make a couple of things happen here.
Yep, one at a time.
Here's Ice Kander's serve. Crawls across the net. Tight ball. Punched across. Answered by Collazo. Corey. And net contact. There's that luck again, Mike. Looked like the Saints got into the nylon.
Yeah, one at a time.
Nobody taking responsibility for it. Everybody saying, hey, wasn't me, wasn't me. 1 point set. Ice Kander down the middle. Ice Kander with a reception. Collazo very close to a double. The Limestone crowd wanted it. Washington keeps it alive. And again he does. Ice Kander sets it up for Corey. Off the block and right into Mike Smith's hands. We are tied at 20.
That ball was smoked.
Yeah, you had pretty quick reflexes there on your own.
I knew it was coming.
Fans may have seen my arm go up. I'm not sure. A lot of Prudivus thought we were on break. She's our floor director. She was heading down there to stop things, and Ice Kander gives it back with a service error. Mike, that's something that we've got to rectify before next season.
Yeah, definitely got to, in that situation, you fought so hard. You hate to give away a point, especially when it's a set to 5 here.
We've just not been able to get over the hump. We've brought it back to even a couple of times. Set for Corey. Poor reception as that one rolled right off the fingertips of Nick Wilds.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he was thinking there.
21 all, side out stays with Lincoln Memorial, and it's Triana back to serve. Rail Splitters trying to make the come from behind to win this one. Float serve to the back line. Set for Kratzmar, and again, tallies the kill off the tip by Lincoln Memorial. Every time the Rail Splitters have battled back to even, Limestone has answered to go back out on top, and they lead it 22-21.
Yeah, Kratzmar's been he's led the charge.
Corey locates to the seam with the offhand.
It's a lot of throw.
That puts Molina back to serve for the Rail Splitters. LMU has not led in some time. The hitting error that time, I don't think there was a block. Mike, did you see any contact?
He got some of it.
Timeout taken by the Saints, 23-22 LMU here in set 4, and we'll break away. This is the LMU Sports Network.
Are you looking for efficient, compassionate, and comprehensive health care for you and your family? If you are, visit Lincoln Memorial University Medical Clinics in Harrogate and New Tazewell. All healthcare providers are faculty members of LMU's DeVos College of Osteopathic Medicine and are board certified in their specialty. Multiple specialties available are family medicine, pediatrics, internal medicine, OBGYN, geriatrics, and osteopathic manipulative medicine. Locations in Harrogate and New Tazewell. Most insurance plans are accepted. The University Medical Clinic is here to serve you. Call 423-869-7190 for an appointment.
Welcome back, 23-22. Rail Splitters back on top for the first time in quite a while in this set, and side out still with Lincoln Memorial as Molina is back there now. 2 points away from shutting the door. Big points right here, Mike.
Big serve. You hate to put it on something.
I think if we go to a
serve,
fifth set, you got to like Limestone's momentum.
Yeah. You know, they've done a great job of fighting back here.
Serve to the back row, poor reception. Kratzmar over to Davis. Eiskander kept it alive. Davis on the angle and right back to even off the swing by Davis.
Yeah, we got the free ball we wanted and just couldn't handle it.
Side out with the Saints. Lavner back to serve. 23 all. Short serve, Triana gets it. Eiskander. Eiskander sets for Washington, tipped across in the hole. LMU block answers right there. And a great swing that time. Hits through the LMU block and for the point, and it's now set point in favor of Limestone.
Great rally.
I think that was Kratzmar on the attack. He has been a player for them tonight. Short serve, Eiskander. Doubled, and that's going to do it as Lincoln Memorial falls in set 4, 25-23. And we will go to a fifth and deciding set here in the Mary E. Mars. Let's take a break, and we'll be back. This is the LMU Sports Network.
Juggling my family schedule is a full-time job. Between school, dance practice, work, there's little time left to worry about much else. That's why I use real-time banking from Home Federal Bank. With real-time banking, I know that when I make a deposit, the money goes straight to my account. No delays, no waiting, no wondering. And I get to focus on what's important.
Real-time deposits, real-time access, real-time banking. From Home Federal Bank, always within reach.
Did you know Cumberland Ford of Middlesboro is the fastest growing Ford dealer in Eastern Kentucky? That being said, why drive to shop a bigger market when you have great prices at a top-tier dealership right here in the tri-state area? We've been serving Middlesboro and surrounding area for decades. From sales to service, Cumberland Ford is second to none. And remember, we're your $199 a month superstore. Cumberland Ford. Come see us today. 1501 Highway 25E on the Cumberland Gap Parkway, Middlesboro. At Emery Exterminating Company, we have more than 30 years experience in pest control and are a family-owned full-service company that utilizes integrated techniques to manage pests that invade your home or business. If you have a rodent, ant, or bug problem, Emery Exterminating is dedicated to reducing your insect and pest populations. Our belief is that we're only as good as our employees, and that's why each of our technicians are extensively trained with the latest technologies and are reliable, efficient, and professional at all times. For more information of what Emery Exterminating can do to rid your home of unwanted pests, contact us today. Emery Exterminating Company.
Are you looking for efficient, compassionate, and comprehensive health care for you and your family? If you are, visit Lincoln Memorial University Medical Clinics in Harrogate and New Tazewell. All healthcare providers are faculty members of LMU's DeVos College of Osteopathic Medicine and are board certified in their specialty. Multiple specialties available are family medicine, pediatrics, internal medicine, OBGYN, geriatrics, and osteopathic manipulative medicine. Locations at Harrogate and New Tazewell. Most insurance plans are accepted. The University Medical Clinic is here to serve you. Call 423-869-7193 for an appointment.
Welcome back as we go to a fifth and deciding set here in the Mary E. Mars Gymnasium. Rail Splitters took the opening two, 25-22, 25-19. Limestone winning sets 3 and 4, 25-19, 25-23. Mike, if you're in Coach Danis's shoes right now, what do you do to spark this team to come out, take the early advantage, and not let off the gas?
Well, you just got to keep getting your serves in and making the big plays. You know, now Limestone, has really cut down on the service errors and not giving away as many points as they were earlier in the match. Now you've got to come out and you've got to start dictating the tempo, I think.
Now, Lincoln Memorial has been more on the defensive here in the last couple of sets than they were in the opening two when they seemed to be on the attack nonstop. They got a lot of help with some breaks in set four rather. And I'm sure if you're Coach Danis, you'd rather have your team be in control of their own destiny and on the attack instead of back on your heels.
Yeah, and that's part of the good way of looking at set 5 here. By receiving serve, you can run your offense right here and get started. So, hopefully that's a positive for us.
Side out will be with Limestone to open play here in set 5. And it is one of those that could go quickly and may not. Sets 3 and 4 were relatively tight. Jump serve on its way. Molina answers. Collazo hits it across. A lot of English on that one. Nice dig by Collazo. Washington on the attack point, Rail Splitters.
A good start. Had to work hard to get that first point.
Yeah, they got a little help right there as that one caught the tape and kind of took the timing off for the defensive effort of Limestone. Molina back to serve. Knuckleball on its way across. Davis, and I believe that was it tipped or did it come off the tape? It looked like it caught something, Mike. They're going to give it to LMU. Limestone adamant that it was in fact tipped.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. Must have caught tape.
Very short floating serve. And set right into the wheelhouse of Dylan Lavner, who gets Limestone's first point of the set, and it's 2-1. Side out now with the Saints. Back to serve is Lavner. Down line, Corey answers. And then after the set by Iskander, Corey with the kill. 3-1 Lincoln Memorial as they seem to be on the attack. Side out back with the Rail Splitters. Corey on serve. Crawls across the tape. Tight ball in the net. Molina locates. Actually, that was not Molina. That was Carvello.
Yeah, we see how important the passing is. Getting that serve in and making the teams have to work on the offensive side.
Corey down line. Cannot locate. That's out of play.
It was in.
Was it in? The Limestone saying that it was out, but the judge on the platform said no, it was in, and he had a good vantage point. As timeout is taken by the Saints of Limestone. A 5-1 start here in set 5 by Lincoln Memorial. We're back right after this on the LMU.
Are you looking for efficient, compassionate, and comprehensive health care for you and your family? If you are, visit Lincoln Memorial University Medical Clinics in Harrogate and New Tazewell. All healthcare providers are faculty members of LMU's DeVos College of Osteopathic Medicine and are board certified in their specialty. Multiple specialties available are family medicine, pediatrics, internal medicine, OBGYN, geriatrics, and osteopathic manipulative medicine. Locations at Harrogate and New Tazewell. Most insurance plans are accepted. The University Medical Clinic is here to serve you. Call 423-869-7193 for an appointment.
5-1 Rail Splitters here in set 5. We are tied 2-2 in this one. This is the final deciding set of this match tonight between Conference Carolinas member Limestone College and South Atlantic Conference member Lincoln Memorial. Corey back to serve and serves it badly into the net on the service error.
Yeah, definitely not what you wanted to have happen out of the timeout.
That'll put Davis back to serve for Limestone. A loss here tonight for the Saints would drop them very close to the 500 mark at 8-7. Corey across the grain and LMU with a kill.
I don't know where he's at now. To start this fifth set, he was at 21 kills.
Evan Corey, I have no doubt he will be an unbelievable player by the time he's a senior. Nice attack by Savage and a double called on Lincoln Memorial. We've had a number of those tonight, and it just seems to be a momentum killer each time it happens against Lincoln Memorial.
Just got to keep battling. Got to keep thinking next ball.
Rail Splitters on top 6-3, but side out now with Limestone as Savage goes back to serve. Off the back line and another service error. That one very close, but just out of real estate. Molina back in for Lincoln Memorial, and it is now Carvello to serve for the Rail Splitters. Crawls across. Happy birthday. Happy St. Patrick's Day. We'll use that one. Timeout. Actually, no, not timeout. We're switching sides. First one to 8. You know, that's one thing that's interesting, Mike. I don't know. You really can't see it from here, but Kevin Rockline is in a walking boot for Limestone, and according to Coach Danis, he is one of their best players. He's an outside hitter, 6'3" sophomore out of Orlando, Florida. Unfortunate to see that because, you know, anytime you pick up a win, you want to know that you're playing their best, and
right,
he's out of the lineup, unfortunately, for Limestone tonight. Carvello with a serve, and a nice one it was. Kept alive by Corey, hit across by Triana. Set to the near side. Nice job by Carvello. And a double called on Triana. I wasn't even paying attention that time, Mike. You got to bail me out.
Everybody's got to touch it.
That ball just about got me. Went out of here ugly. Back out onto the floor, didn't it? 8-4 Rail Splitter lead cut back now. As services by Letard of Limestone. Triana receives. Iskander sets to the middle. Back row by Corey and hit off the inline.
Got to stop the unforced errors.
Timeout by Dan Danis as he realizes his team's momentum may be slipping out the window. 8-5 Rail Splitters. We're back in 1 minute on the LMU Sports Network.
Are you looking for efficient, compassionate, and comprehensive health care for you and your family? If you are, visit Lincoln Memorial University Medical Clinics in Harrogate and New Tazewell. All healthcare providers are faculty members of LMU's DeVos College of Osteopathic Medicine and are board certified in their specialty. Multiple specialties available are family medicine, pediatrics, internal medicine, OBGYN, geriatrics, and osteopathic manipulative medicine. Locations at Harrogate and New Tazewell. Most insurance plans are accepted. The University Medical Clinic is here to serve you. Call 423-869-7190 for an appointment.
8-5 Rail Splitters as we are in set 5. LMU won the trip to 8. And now Limestone is trying to mount a comeback. Should the Rail Splitters go on to win tonight, we'll be selecting a Subway player of the game, and we'll be talking with them along with head coach Dan Danis. If, in fact, LMU falls in this evening's match, we will still talk with Coach Danis. Although I think, Mike, that's probably not going to be a very good conversation.
Probably not.
A lot of growing pains in this team right now, and you know that you have to endure those in a first, especially lost by Corey. And another great location by Kratzmar. He has been just nearly unstoppable.
After the first set, he really got on cue.
He is from, as we said earlier, Balneario Camboriú, Santa Catarina, Brazil. Hit across by Iskander. Kratzmar through the block. Point Limestone and a 1-point set. 8-7. The Saints have battled back, and they are very in this set.
Yep, 4 in a row.
Letard on serve. A lot of luck of the Irish. At 8.
5 in
Iskander sets. Molina denied at the block. Mike, I'll tell you right now, I think Limestone's got every bit of the momentum right now, and LMU just can't seem to get a break.
Yeah, that's 6 in a row for them.
Just not able to get it done here. This match, or this set and match for that matter, far from over, but there is a very poor serve. I think he missed that ball. That was Letard on the service error.
Yeah, I mean, he almost completely missed it.
LMU back to even with that miscue, and Iskander will drop back to serve. You need that Superman performance now by somebody to put the team on their back and just say, come on, we're going to the house with this one. Washington to Iskander, set near side. Triana on the angle. Nice job by Collazo to deny. Corey with a great effort, and the joust won by Limestone. And then given to LMU, net contact by the Saints. No argument from Coach Squares. Just a kind of a sarcastic smile on his face.
Yeah, I couldn't tell who actually made contact.
That joust there came down to strength. And a big block at a critical portion of the set by Evan Corey. As Kratzmar was denied, 11-9 Rail Splitters. Iskander back to serve again. Down the middle. Set to the near side. Knocked out of play by Limestone's Dylan Lavner. And the final timeout taken by the Saints. 12-9 Lincoln Memorial. We're back with probably the conclusion right after this on the LMU Sports Network.
Are you looking for efficient, compassionate, and comprehensive health care for you and your family? If you are, visit Lincoln Memorial University Medical Clinics in Harrogate and New Tazewell. All healthcare providers are faculty members of LMU's DeVos College of Osteopathic Medicine and are board certified in their specialty. Multiple specialties available are family medicine, pediatrics, internal medicine, OBGYN, geriatrics, and osteopathic manipulative medicine. Locations in Harrogate and New Tazewell. Most insurance plans are accepted. The University Medical Clinic is here to serve you. Call 423-869-7193 for an appointment.
Rail Splitters up 3, side out with Lincoln Memorial. Iskander will be back to serve. Ryan Iskander, a 6'1 freshman from Tempe, Arizona. And LMU with its biggest lead really since early in the set, but in the last 3 sets, really. I mean, they really haven't had much of a lead. They've trailed most of the way here in sets 3 and 4.
Yeah, it's been hard fought.
Savage, tight ball at the net, and net contact again by Limestone. 2 points away now. Lincoln Memorial's Iskander holding serve. Serve off the far sideline, and he'll give it back.
Good run. Good run. Now you just got to hope for side out here.
Vanek to serve now for Limestone, and Dan Danis wants to talk it over. So let's keep this one here, Mike, and talk about this for just a second. You know, Lincoln Memorial with a 13-10 lead, if they were to give up this lead, how devastating would that be to the confidence of this team?
Well, you know, you're hoping right now you come out of this timeout, one side out, get you to match point. So it's, you know, you're working, hopefully looking ahead and staying with it, because, as you said, they have had some points to where their confidence has been shaken tonight, and you hope that they're able to finish strong here.
Now the Rail Splitters playing in their final home match of the season here tonight against Limestone. It has been a work in progress for Dan Danis and his Rail Splitters this season. They are 8-15 entering tonight's matchup with Limestone. They have played a lot of matches, 23 of them, including tonight, 24 including tonight's match. Limestone only 14 this year, and I'm not real sure why the difference there.
I think I looked at their schedule. They've got about 7 matches coming up here in the next little bit.
13-10, side out with the Saints. Back to serve, it'll be Vanek. Short serve. Collazo receives. Iskander sets for Corey. Set 2. Set point, match point. And it'll be Triana back to serve. What a swing.
That was dirty.
No doubt about that one when he made the attack. Set to the near side. The block is there, kept alive. And that'll do it. LMU wins it 15-10 rather, here in set 5 to improve to 9-15 on the year. The Saints fall to 8-7 on the season. Mike, as far as player of the game, that's what I was thinking. Evan Corey. We'll be talking with him, your Subway player of the game, along with head coach Dan Danis, right after this on the LMU Sports Network.
At Farm Bureau, we offer more than just insurance. We offer security. Whether you're insuring your automobile, boat, home, or simply buying life insurance, with Farm Bureau, you can rest assured that we have your best interests covered. Our members can also enjoy travel discounts, entertainment discounts, identity theft restoration, and home protection services. Call today at 423-869-8346 or stop by and see Brad Seal at our Harrogate location and find out why Tennessee turns to us for insurance. Experience exceptional service and experience security at Farm Bureau. Since 1959, Giles Industries has built more than 86,000 quality homes through craftsmanship of team members from the tri-state area. Our clients are extremely important to us, and we're looking for team-oriented family members which allow us to continue that level of excellence known to come with the Giles brand. Our team members receive above-average pay, great health, dental, and vision coverage, a 401k retirement package, and up to 2 weeks paid vacation following the first year of employment. Contact us about joining our Giles Industries family. Giles Industries, quality homes built by family for family.
Juggling my family schedule is a full-time job. Between school, dance practice, work, there's little time left to worry about much else. That's why I use real-time banking from Home Federal Bank. With real-time banking, I know that when I make a deposit, the money goes straight to my account. No delays, no waiting, no wondering. And I get to focus on what's important.
Real-time deposits, real-time access, real-time banking. From Home Federal Bank, always within reach.
Did you know Cumberland Ford of Middlesboro is the fastest growing Ford dealer in Eastern Kentucky? That being said, why drive to shop a bigger market when you have great prices at a top-tier dealership right here in the tri-state area? We've been serving Middlesboro and surrounding area for decades. From sales to service, Cumberland Ford is second to none. And remember, we're your $199 a month superstore. Cumberland Ford. Come see us today. 1501 Highway 25E on the Cumberland Gap Parkway, Middlesboro. At Emery Exterminating Company, we have more than 30 years experience in pest control and are a family-owned full-service company that utilizes integrated techniques to manage pests that invade your home or business. If you have a rodent, ant, or bug problem, Emery Exterminating is dedicated to reducing your insect and pest populations. Our belief is that we're only as good as our employees, and that's why each of our technicians are extensively trained with the latest technologies and are reliable, efficient, and professional at all times. For more information of what Emery Exterminating can do to rid your home of unwanted pests, contact us today. Emery Exterminating Company.
Are you looking for efficient, compassionate, and comprehensive health care for you and your family? If you are, visit Lincoln Memorial University Medical Clinics in Harrogate and New Tazewell. All healthcare providers are faculty members of LMU's DeVos College of Osteopathic Medicine and are board certified in their specialty. Multiple specialties available are family medicine, pediatrics, internal medicine, OBGYN, geriatrics, and osteopathic manipulative medicine. Locations in Harrogate and New Tazewell. Most insurance plans are accepted. The University Medical Clinic is here to serve you. Call 423-869-7193 for an appointment.
Rail Splitters winning at 5 here tonight as they improve to 9-15 on the season with the victory. 25-22 is how it went down in the opening set, then 25-19. They lost sets 3 and 4, 19-25, 23-25, and came back to win set 5, 15-10. I've just been made aware by Evan Corey, who is our Subway player of the game, that in fact 9 victories is the most ever by an NCAA team in its first year as a program. So congratulations on that, but congratulations on the win tonight.
Thank you.
Evan, this was a match that got underway. I felt like LMU came out very loose. They came out on the attack. they stayed on the attack throughout the opening 2 sets. And then in sets 3 and 4, after the intermission, it kind of allowed Limestone to get back, get focused, and to execute in some places and not commit as many service errors in particular in set 3, but a lot of errors in particular.
Yeah, we came out with a really good focus tonight. We lost last night, obviously, in 4, so we came back with that focus that we wanted to win. And in a sweep, obviously, that's obviously the best case scenario every single time, but we came out with that fire in the first 2 sets, and then we went to the locker room, and I think we took a little mental break, and that hurt us in those 3rd and 4th sets.
Now, as far as the stat line goes tonight, you finished with 24 kills. It looked like Ryan was putting them right in your wheelhouse most of the evening.
Yeah, we've been working for a while this season on getting my sets down, and I've been working on my approach, retooling my approach as a beach player. It's completely different than indoor. And so tonight it really clicked, and this was the game that I felt like it really clicked everywhere.
You hit 455 tonight, 24 kills, I think 44 total attacks. Iskander handing out 40 assists. It's got to feel good to come in here and play like that. But at some point, what I'm going to see, and I'm sure Coach Danis would like to see this down the road, when you've got that team on the ropes, 2 sets to none, smell the kill and put them away.
Oh, definitely. That was our focus coming out, and I don't know what happened in those 3rd and 4th sets. We wanted to come out and get a sweep. That would have been our first real big sweep against a big team, against a Division I, Division II team. That would have been the first sweep. But we didn't get it, but I like the fight we had, and we came back in the 5th and won it.
When you came into this program and knew that it was going to be a first-year program, did you ever in your wildest dreams think that we'd be as successful as we have been this year?
I always have a faith in the team that I play on, because I know that if I play to my best abilities, I can change a game. And when I first came in here, we had a lot of good guys in the first couple practices. I was like, for a first-year program, we are way better than any first-year program I've ever seen. And so I had faith going into the season that we were going to do pretty well.
All right, so this is your final home match of the season. Talk about what's left for this team and what you hope to accomplish by the year's end.
We have one more match coming up on the road after spring break, and then we come back and play in the IVA. That's our conference tournament this year, and so we're looking to go into that and win that.
Well, Evan, I want to congratulate you on a great performance tonight. Congratulations on the win. Congratulations on the record-setting performance, being the winningest beginning program ever in NCAA men's volleyball. And best of luck in your final match of the season in regular season play.
Thank you.
All right, Evan Corey, your Subway Player of the Game. We're going to take a 1-minute break. When we come back, we'll talk with head coach Dan Danis here on the LMU Sports Network.
At Citizens Bank, we're different from everyone else. We've proudly served business communities of Northeast Tennessee since 1912 and have security you can count on. We offer the convenience of internet banking, excellent loan services on various types of loans, cash management, and small business banking at all of our convenient locations in Harrogate, Tazewell, New Tazewell, Bean Station, and Morristown. Visit our website to find out more at citizensbanktn.com. Citizens Bank, no more banking as usual.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
It's no fun when you're hungry, so don't be. Go to the Old Town Grill. Steaks, chicken, seafood, pasta, salads, and oh, so much more. At the OTG, you'll find delicious meals, generous portions, with reasonable prices in a relaxing atmosphere. There's so much variety, you'll likely have a hard time choosing. But don't worry, it's all great. The Old Town Grill in London, Corbin, Berea, and in Tazewell. It's the OTG. The OTG, it's the place to be.
Did you know Cumberland Ford of Middlesboro is the fastest growing Ford dealer in Eastern Kentucky? That being said, why drive to shop a bigger market when you have great prices at a top-tier dealership right here in the tri-state area? We've been serving Middlesboro and surrounding area for decades. From sales to service, Cumberland Ford is second to none. And remember, we're your $199 a month superstore. Cumberland Ford. Come see us today. 1501 Highway 25E on the Cumberland Gap Parkway, Middlesboro.
Rail Splitters in the home schedule with a record-setting performance tonight as they improved to 9-15 on the year. LMU wins it in 5, 25-22, 25-19. They fall in sets 3 and 4, 25-19, 25-23. And they close the door on Limestone with a 15-10 win en route to their 9th win of the year. Coach, I was told by Evan Corey a few minutes ago that this is somewhat of a record-setting performance in that no first-year program has ever won 9 matches in the first season.
To the best of my knowledge, that is true, yes. So congrats to the guys for busting their butt, working hard, and achieving that achievement.
Now, you said to me a minute ago when we were away from the mic that this match should have never gone 5 sets. It did tonight. I thought, as I've told Mike and I've told Kevin, or rather Evan Corey here in the interview, that I felt like we were very much on the attack in sets 1 and 2, but in set 3, after Limestone came in and refocused, they put us on our heels and we just couldn't get off of them.
Yeah, at this level, the timeout in between sets 2 and 3, it's benefited us a lot. We really do benefit from that. We go in there, we refocus, and also it's the same thing for the other team. They just dropped 2 sets, and they have a chance to go in there, refocus, kind of change some things up, and take it to us. And I told them in the locker room, I was like, prepare for they're gonna throw everything at us. And that's the sign of a first-year program. They have those issues sometimes, but they are getting better, and they battle. And that's all I ask for is that they battle, and that's part of the growing process and growing pains is when you have a team down 2-0 to close them out 3-0.
Serve receive obviously sometimes is kind of a sore spot for a coach. Service error is another thing that we've got to improve on by next year. But all in all, when you look at what this team has accomplished in its first season, in particular tonight's win against a team that you've already alluded to me away from the mic that is in the middle of the conference, Carolina's pack over there. Not a bad win to have on your resume after your final match of the home season.
That's a good win for us, regardless. That's a good team, a solid team, well-led team by Coach. And so, they're a senior-laden team too. So to have times where there's 5 freshmen on the court to take it to a bunch of seniors, that's something you hang your hat on.
Yeah, in watching this one tonight, I really felt like this was a man's game because, you look at down their roster, guys like Kratzmar, who was just tattooing it most of the night, Savage, who is really one of those guys who is kind of misleading and comes out and shows you that he's a player. And then you look on the LMU side, right down the end of the stretch right there, Ice Kander coming back with some big serves to hold serve there for a while, and then Evan Corey just tattooing a couple of balls tonight and finishing with 24 kills. Some big performances there.
Yeah, and Evan's an outstanding player. He really brought it. And what helps is when the passing's there. The passing's there, and at this level we talked about serve receive, or service errors. At this level, it's if you don't serve tough, and then you're in your offense, you're in your system, and you can get an easy set to where set up somebody like Evan, he just puts the ball down. So yeah, Evan played out of his mind, for lack of a better term.
Ice Kander, you told me earlier in the year, was playing out of position, finishes with 40 assists tonight, but did some other big things away from that category as well.
We had a very, very good defensive night from everybody. Ryan got some big digs, Jorge got some big digs, Evan got some big digs, Nico got some digs. So all in all, that's the part where we really want to focus on is defense, because if we can frustrate a team and keep the ball alive, their hitting errors are going to follow.
Win puts you at 9-15. You complete the home schedule here with a victory tonight. I think you won your opener here at home of the season. So now you're going to go on the road for one regular season match remaining before you get into some other things. Tell us about that.
Yeah, we go to Bryan after our spring break comes up, so the guys are going to have some time to go away, see their family and friends, kind of really relax after a grind. We're at what I believe is 23 games now, where if you look at this other team, they've only played just under 20 games. So we've had a heavy schedule, and so yeah, the guys are going to take some time, relax, and then come back, and we're going to play Bryan, and then we go into our postseason tournament, the Independent Volleyball Association tournament. So it's a chance for us, our postseason tournament, to find out who the best independent team is out there in the nation.
Away from the players in this particular match, but still relevant to the match itself, saw you had a little bit of free help over on the sidelines tonight, shagging some balls.
Yeah. They've been around the game since they were babies, and that's the thing. They're out here. They love the guys love them, and they just want to be a part of the game, man. So it's funny. I'm coaching them, and then I'm having to make sure they're not getting in the way.
Yeah, I saw the other coach, Coach Square, saying something about that, make a good timeout right there. And it was Dana's 2.1 and 2.2 that I'm talking about running around the gymnasium here. Hey, congratulations on the win. Congratulations on the record-setting performance, and best of luck in the rest of the season, as I know that this LMU volleyball team is going to be really, really, really fun to watch, I think, next year.
Yeah, I can't wait, man. All right. Appreciate it, brother.
Coach, good luck.
Thank you.
All right, we'll get Mike Smith back in here in just a minute. We'll take a 1-minute break, and we'll be back. This is the LMU Sports Network. Congratulations, man.
Did you know Cumberland Ford of Middlesboro is the fastest growing Ford dealer in eastern Kentucky? That being said, why drive to shop a bigger market when you have great prices at a top-tier dealership right here in the tri-state area? We've been serving Middlesboro and surrounding area for decades. From sales to service, Cumberland Ford is second to none. And remember, we're your $199 a month superstore. Cumberland Ford. Come see us today. 1501 Highway 25E on the Cumberland Gap Parkway, Middlesboro.
Welcome back, Rusty Peace, Mike Smith. Mike, you've got the stats from tonight's match. Tell us what you got.
Lincoln Memorial wins 3-2. So let's go down the Limestone Saints stats here. Leading the way offensively was Anthony Savage with 14 kills, followed by Bruno Kaczmar with 13, Dylan Lavner with 10. On the assist category, Luka Vanek had 43 assists. On the digs column, Nick Wilds had 18, and on the blocks, Dylan Lavner had 5 for the Saints. For Lincoln Memorial, offensively, they're led by Evan Corey, who had 24 kills on 44 swings with a .455 hitting percentage. Assist-wise, you had Ryan Iskandar had 40 assists. On the digs column, led by a trio, Jorge Colazo had 11, Ryan Iskandar had 11, and Evan Corey had 10. And on the blocks, Marcus Molina and Pedro Carvajal had 4 apiece to wrap up the statistics.
Coach Danis felt like they had a pretty good defensive night tonight, and it was well enough to come away with a win.
Yeah, I think they minimized their errors. I think they learned a lot in sets, between sets 3 and 4. Good teams are going to come back. But when you take the break, you got to find fire and you got to stay with it and give that young team credit. They really fought back, showed some tenacity, and really pulled it out at the end.
Hard to believe this is our final broadcast of the season for Lincoln Memorial University men's volleyball, but they've still got one road match to play. They're going to Bryan, and then they've got their conference-type tournament. So still some things to achieve for this team, and I think Coach Danis and his players are up for the challenge.
Absolutely. They fought hard all season, and it's been a learning experience for them, and now they get to see how much they've put together throughout the year with going to Bryan, but then at the end with the IVA tournament.
Okay, folks, that's a wrap from the Mary E. Mars Gymnasium. Again, LMU wins it in 5, 25-22, 25-19. They fall 19-25 and 23-25 before winning in the final on the year, while Limestone falls to 8-7. That's all we have for here tonight. For everybody behind the scenes, I'm Rusty Peace.
And I'm Mike Smith.
And we'll see you next time on the LMU Sports Network.